subscribe, like the video, and, if possible, join Patreon. But if you don't have much money, you can support the channel by watching the novels on euroaudiobooks.com. Remember that you can participate in the polls so that your favorite novel gets published for free.
Hearing this, Sasuke didn't seem to hear it. Words. One word is enough. Sasuke didn't expect Tsunade to help him for no reason. But Kimimaro saved himself. No matter what method he used, he had to ask Tsunade to heal him. Sasuke doesn't care even if it is forced. As long as the goal can be achieved, it doesn't matter what method is used. Tsunade looked at Sasuke in surprise. A brat. A brat. He really dared to threaten himself, and Sasuke's voice was extremely firm. Tsunade squeezed his fist lightly. Boy, do you know who I am? Sannin Princess Tsunade. Hearing this, Tsunade nodded. It seems that you still know. So do you know what will happen to me when you talk to me in such a tone and threaten me? Sasuke smiled. I don't know. This kid. Tsunade gritted his teeth fiercely. Since you were looking for death, don't blame her. Just make a fist and strike instantly. Monster power fist from Tsunade, one of the Sannin. Such an attack cannot be hit. To be honest, facing Tsunade's attack, even Sasuke suddenly felt chills. Boom! Buzz! A terrifying roar sounded instantly. Tsunade punched down, and the ground cracked instantly. Numerous cracks erupted and spread. The dust and smoke spread. Tsunade stood up slowly. He looked up at Sasuke, not far away. Good boy, well hidden. That kid at that moment probably used the body flicker technique. At this age, I have mastered the body flicker technique that Jonin can only master. Sasuke patted the dust off his body and looked at Tsunade in front of him. Is that your answer? Tsunade froze for a moment. What? I said this is your answer? If you don't agree to my conditions, then I think I can go back, and you will be able to see your lover soon suddenly appear in the major ninja villages killing crazily. Saying that, Sasuke made a plan to turn around and leave. However, seeing this scene, Tsunade exploded directly. Son, did I let you go? Tsunade rushed straight towards Sasuke. At the same time, Tsunade was also blocking Orochimaru on the side. Orochimaru, however, had no intention of making a move. Sasuke has had enough of it. Humph. Even if you are Master Tsunade, one of the Sannin, if I want to leave, you can't stop me. Zizizi. Lightning-style speed. Flash. Crack. The moment Tsunade was about to grab Sasuke, and immediately after that, a lightning burst out from Sasuke, and he disappeared in front of Tsunade instantly. But Tsunade seized the air, stared blankly, and turned around suddenly. Sasuke has appeared behind her. Master Tsunade! At this time, Shizen ran out of the hotel, looking at the messy street in front of him. Sasuke, Orochimaru, Tsunade, 3 people. At this moment, Sasuke is covered with lightning. Tsunade looked at Sasuke in surprise. Just now you are. Humph. Zizi. Suddenly Sasuke appeared directly in front of Tsunade, and the trail left by the lightning behind him had not completely dissipated. At this moment, Tsunade's eyes were full of disbelief. A Jonin brat can have such a speed? How is this possible? So fast. Even she couldn't keep up with Sasuke's speed. Are the little ghosts so scary now? Now do you think you can still block me and not let me go? Hearing this, Tsunade's face became a little ugly. With Sasuke's speed, she really couldn't stop it. It was impossible to block it at all. Unexpectedly, Tsunade, one of his dignified Sannin, would be threatened by a little ghost. And Orochimaru. Tsunade turned his head and gave Orochimaru an angry look. Orochimaru smiled. Tsunade clenched his fists fiercely now, but he knew that continuing to fight would not only have no effect, but would also make the brat Sasuke play tricks. There is no need at all. Master Tsunade! Shizen leaned over to look at the angry Tsunade. 080 Tsunade wave go. Shizen. But Sasuke believes in his talent, and it is not a problem to learn impure world reincarnation. This is indeed a problem, but this is the only way now. But the problem is that impure world reincarnation is not that easy to learn. I learn impure world reincarnation. Speaking, Orochimaru glanced at Sasuke. Your method is indeed very good, but the problem is that Tsunade may make some small moves. Don't worry. There is no technique that I can't learn. Your hand. Don't let Tsunade know for now. That's the real trouble. Tsunade led Shizen towards the hotel. Sasuke frowned. Perhaps only by bringing Duan in front of Tsunade can Tsunade dare not make any small moves. Is there anything Sasuke-kun can do? It's just about time. Sasuke doesn't know how long it will take him to learn this technique. Sasuke looked up at the window of Tsunade's room. Now let Tsunade know that Orochimaru's hands are disabled. Don't worry, Tsunade is already compromised. However, Orochimaru steadied Sasuke. Give him some time. She will come to us soon. But I can't teach it. By the way, the Book of Seal is in Sasuke-kun's hand, but this technique is not. Chapter 127. The day I met an acquaintance in the room. Tsunade is out of breath now. Unexpectedly, I am a dignified generation of Sannin Tsunade Heim. In the whole ninja world, no one knows his name. Even the shadows from various villages have to speak politely when they meet him. However, I didn't expect that today I would be threatened by a kid. And the most critical problem is that I have nothing to do with the other party. Tsunade felt very aggrieved, never been so aggrieved. And unfortunately, she couldn't escape. Seems to only be able to do what Sasuke said. Impure world reincarnation. She knows this technique, and she is very clear that Orochimaru has been studying these forbidden techniques a long time ago. Impure world reincarnation is also in it. Look at Orochimaru's appearance, because the snake cast this trap entirely by ability. If she really disagrees with that Uchiha kid's request, then the other party is really likely to reincarnate her brother and her former lover. Then control them. This situation is unacceptable to Tsunade anyway. No one has ever been able to force her Tsunade to do anything, but now she was helpless against a brat. Hateful. UBD, that Uchiha family brat, don't let me catch you, or I'll cut you to pieces. Master Tsunade. Shizen looked at Tsunade with some fear. She had never seen Tsunade like this before. It's completely like being annoyed, but unable to solve the problem, and the whole person looks very helpless. Tsunade-sama is one of the famous Sannin in ninja world. Master Tsunade, that was the big snake just now. Why did he come to you with a spirit? Hearing this, Tsunade sighed softly. They want me to heal 2 people. Then why, Master Tsunade? Tsunade didn't want to answer Shizen's question. Sasuke and Orochimaru were obviously still waiting for her answer outside. But Tsunade is not willing to compromise like this. Although Tsunade has already acquiesced from the heart. But as a Kage-level ninja, she doesn't want to be threatened by a mere brat. Shizen walks with me. Walk? Go for a walk at this time? Tsunade couldn't lower his head for a while, and now he could only use this method to calm down his mood a little. Then follow Orochimaru and them. Feeling the breath of Tsunade, I left the hotel. Sasuke glanced at Orochimaru. Don't worry, Sasuke-kun, you have already won. She will come back because of your threat, plus Tsunade probably wants to see those 2 people again. Orochimaru smiled faintly. Okay. Since Orochimaru, one of the Sannin, said so, Sasuke has nothing to worry about. The thing to worry about now is that if there is no way to learn impure world reincarnation, then it will be terrible. Of course, Sasuke knows that Orochimaru's hands cannot be restored unless he finds the mask like in the original book and puts it on to summon Shinigami. The stomach is then cut open to release the soul swallowed within, so that Orochimaru's hands can truly be restored. Sasuke-kun, let me talk to Tsunade. Hearing this, Sasuke glanced at Orochimaru. Master Orochimaru, if you want to go, go. Orochimaru smiled. Although he said that, he was still a little worried about Tsunade. If Tsunade really disagreed with him, it would be over. The person with the best hope of healing his hands now is Tsunade. Besides that, there is no other person. After Orochimaru left, Tsunade and Shizen came to a restaurant. Yet Tsunade hadn't gotten as hot yet. In the next second, a man sat across from her. He looked up and saw a man sitting down. Tsunade froze for a moment. What day is this today? Is it a good day to meet acquaintances? Jiraiya smiled. Finally found you, Tsunade. Looking for me? What are you looking for? It seems that you don't know yet. You don't even know what the entire ninja world knows. What's wrong? Tsunade was agitated at first, but calmed down soon. If Jiraiya knew that Orochimaru was here and knew what Orochimaru had promised himself. I'm afraid Jiraiya will fight Orochimaru directly, and I'm afraid her affairs will be ruined. So Tsunade does not want to see Jiraiya at this time. The third generation is dead, what? Tsunade froze for a moment. The emotion of disgusting Jiraiya in the last second disappeared in the next second. You are telling the truth? Would I lie about this? How did you die? Orochimaru did it. Orochimaru? While this answer might not seem too surprising, Orochimaru is nearby right now. If only Jiraiya knew Orochimaru was here. Konoha needs you now. Konoha lost too much this time, lost the third generation, lost half of Konoha village, and also lost a genius ninja. The last blood of Uchiha Sasuke. That kid is a kid with terrifying talent, but he was tricked by Orochimaru and defected. Hearing this, Tsunade transsounded the Sasuke he had met before. You mean what? A kid with terrifying talent? That's right. Saying that, Jiraiya smiled helplessly. I was in Konoha at the time, but I didn't expect that I would be seriously injured by a kid. Speed? This is the imprint that kid left on me. There is also a ninjutsu comparable to 8 inner gates. A dreadful storm of chakra sweeps through, clipping. How is this possible? Such a genius should have become Konoha's powerful ninja in Konoha, but now he has become Konoha's rebellious ninja. At the age of 12, he developed the Good Kings, a terrible lightning style, and the speed is extremely fast, and a very powerful ninja. Boom! Tsunade smiled, and she had only just experienced that speed. Tsunade's eyes became even more incredible when he heard this. Comparable to 8 inner gates ninjutsu. Both Tsunade and Jiraiya froze for a moment, and they looked out at the street at the same time. A 12-year-old kid made his own? There are ninjas fighting? Suddenly, there was a terrifying explosion outside. Konoha, now it's a mess. No matter how talented you are, there is absolutely no way. Gently pulling off the clothes, Jiraiya revealed the wound on her chest, which hadn't fully healed yet. Chapter 128 Sanin's Reunion. Such terrifying chakra fluctuations. The ninjas who fought against each other were very powerful. Even Sanin, who are famous in the ninja world like Jiraiya and Tsunade, cannot ignore such a strong man. Oh, the two rushed out immediately. However, when the two were talking, at the same time in another part of the town, after Sasuke and Orochimaru parted ways, they went to find something to eat. After all, Sasuke hasn't eaten much since he came here from Odanin village. Race against time to catch up to find Tsunade. Tsunade's trace is not so easy to find. Now Sasuke is really a bit hungry. But when Sasuke was looking for something to eat, he met the person he least wanted to meet. Inside a ramen restaurant, Sasuke just started eating ramen, but soon a figure sat next to Sasuke. It should be said, I am very happy to see that you are fine. Or should I say, I did not expect to see you again so soon. Sasuke's movement of eating noodles paused, and he heard this familiar voice. Slowly put down the things in your hands. Sasuke turned his head and glanced at Naruto beside him. To be honest, before coming to find Tsunade, Sasuke had a premonition that he might run into Naruto. But thinking about the difference between the current situation and the original book, if I act fast, 747 will definitely not run into Naruto. But I never thought that maybe this is the power of fate. It's just so helpless. Would you like a bowl? Sasuke spoke. Looking at the ramen in front of Sasuke, Naruto nodded. Then let's have a bowl. 2 bowls of hot ramen were placed in front of them, and Sasuke and Naruto ate the ramen slowly. How are you these days? Naruto said that the two of them seemed to be back in the 7th class. This feeling stunned Sasuke for a moment. Pretty good. Really? Originally, Naruto thought that Sasuke would say that he had a bad life. But Sasuke's answer made Naruto's heart drop to the bottom in an instant. The whole person became even worse. Finish. Come back with me. No. Why don't you go back to Konoha? What's the point of going back? You can become a powerful ninja, the most outstanding genius in Konoha. But why I can do whatever I want? Do I need a reason? Sasuke, about your big brother, that doesn't matter to me. What about genocide? The current Uchiha Sasuke is not the Uchiha Sasuke of the past. Uchiha Itachi's vengeance inspires spell on Sasuke doesn't work. However, the more Sasuke said it didn't matter, the more Naruto felt the same way. He thinks Sasuke is like this because he got too deep into the hatred. The two fell into a brief silence. But there will always be a time when the noodles are finished. Sasuke put down his chopsticks and exhaled lightly. Naruto also stopped. Let's go. Go back to Konoha? Ah, little Sakura. No, I can't go back. Before he could finish speaking, he was interrupted. Naruto sighed softly. But he will not give up. If you don't go back, I will take you back by force. No matter what, I won't let you leave Konoha like this. Sasuke smiled. It seems that you have changed a lot in just a few days, Naruto. Naruto nodded. It's true that I have changed a lot. In order to catch up with you, I had to use some special methods, so I am different now. Sasuke smiled. So you think you caught up with me? Maybe not overtake you, but I have indeed caught up with you, Naruto said very confidently. Gently nodded. Then let's try. Sasuke laughed. The eyes of the two collide with each other. The calm only lasted for a short second. Then Sasuke and Naruto stood up at the same time and walked towards AFCI, outside the shop. Come outside. Naruto asked for the last time. Are you really not going to agree? Come back to Konoha with me. Our 7th class can be the same as before. Boring ninja games. I don't want to play Naruto anymore. After speaking, Sasuke raised his hand and hooked Naruto. Arrogant as always. Although this action is very arrogant, but Naruto looks very kind. In the next second, Naruto's gaze became sharp. The temperament of the whole person changed in an instant. Sasuke also felt this moment. It is indeed different. Naruto feels so different now. The chakra in the body erupted, and the thick chakra fluctuations swept over crazily like tides. Is this the physique of the Uzumaki clan? Really pervert like a monster? Sasuke smiled. This amount of chakra is already dozens of times that of his. And Naruto can easily burst out this level of chakra, which means that Naruto maybe no longer need to suppress Ninetales with his own chakra. If this is the case, then Naruto is indeed not just catching up with himself now. Then maybe you have surpassed yourself? This is completely different from the original. Has Naruto already become the most perfect Jinchuriki in advance? Who is Sasuke-kun fighting with? Bring it on! Sanin's reunion did not expect such a situation. Naruto's roar sounded. However, before Orochimaru figured it out, Jiraiya and Tsunade rushed out of the restaurant in the next second and hit Orochimaru. At this time, Orochimaru had just arrived at the entrance of the restaurant where Tsunade entered. In the next second, he rushed directly to Sasuke, although the speed was not that fast. It hit Sasuke hard in the face. Sasuke didn't dodge it either, and punched out with the same viciousness. Orochimaru was surprised. Feel the chakra storm in the next second. The terrifying chakra storm swept through, basically shaking the entire town like crazy in an instant. This is interesting. Sasuke. Orochimaru looked at Jiraiya with some surprise, and at the same time looked at his hands. Didn't expect Jiraiya to appear in this kind of place at this time. But Naruto's fist has already swung out, and the fist containing powerful chakra fluctuations bombarded out in an instant. The moment the fists collided, the fluctuations caused by chakra's collision erupted instantly. Chapter 129, The Former Konoha, Sanin, the wind blows gently on the street. Orochimaru looks at Jiraiya, and Jiraiya looks at Orochimaru. As for Tsunade, both of them took a look. The atmosphere suddenly became not quite right. Konoha's Sanla used to have not reunited for an unknown number of years. However, it seems that they're not so familiar with each other when they gather again. The calm only lasted for a while. The next second, Jiraiya's face changed suddenly, and he looked at Orochimaru fiercely. Orochimaru, you are here. You who killed the 3rd generation and destroyed most of Konoha. What are you doing here? I said that if you dare to attack Konoha, I will never let you go. Speaking of Jiraiya, she directly planned to do it. And Orochimaru asked with a sneer, Didn't you leave Konoha? Didn't you care about everything? Why? The old man died. Are you very sad? Orochimaru, the old man is our teacher after all, but you brutally killed our teacher. No matter how much he is wrong, you shouldn't. Hearing this kind of words makes people lose their popularity. What does it mean that no matter how many faults he has, what if it is you who bear the faults instead? If you have not experienced the pain of others, please do not speak from the moral high ground. I don't want to hear your tirade. You better shut up. Jiraiya. Jiraiya's face became even more gloomy when Orochimaru stopped him with a word. But he suddenly thought of something and turned to look at Tsunade. Orochimaru appeared here, probably looking for you. After saying that, Jiraiya realized something was wrong because Tsunade looked at Orochimaru's eyes without looking so surprised. This also means that Tsunade knows that Orochimaru is here. How could Tsunade be with Orochimaru? Could it be that the two of them had met before him? Tsunade, you already knew Orochimaru was around? Hearing this, Tsunade didn't answer. No answer is the best answer. Jiraiya was very surprised. How could Tsunade have contact with Orochimaru? It is absolutely impossible. Orochimaru, don't you want Tsunade to— Jiraiya, I don't need to report to you what I'm going to do, and you don't need to know what I'm going to do. Jiraiya's words let Orochimaru know. Probably even Tsunade himself didn't tell Jiraiya about that. But yes, if it is said, then Jiraiya will stop it no matter what she says. This has always been the case. Jiraiya, this guy, is too opinionated. Not everything has only the bright side. There are still many dark areas in this world where the light cannot shine. Orochimaru, whatever you want to do, seeing you today, I will not stop there. I will take you back and tie you to the grave of the third generation, so that you can personally apologize to the old man. Although both are Sannin, Orochimaru has never been afraid of Jiraiya. Is it up to you? Jiraiya. Jiraiya looked at Orochimaru coldly. For so many years, we haven't played against each other for a long time. It seems that you want to try it with me now. That's right, Jiraiya said, punching directly at him. As Sannin, the level of physical skills is basically the same, but among Sannin, Tsunade has strange power because of the special ability of the Senju family. After being developed into the strange power boxing by him, the two of them are no match for Tsunade in the collision of physical skills. But the level between the two is about the same. Orochimaru knows Jiraiya, and Jiraiya knows Orochimaru well. One hit is not expected to hit Orochimaru at all. Interestingly, however, Orochimaru did not fight back, but evaded repeatedly. It seems that he doesn't intend to fight back. Jiraiya, who was confused for a while, continued to catch up. The figures of the two quickly moved towards the outside of the town, fighting and retreating. Tsunade sighed helplessly. These two bastards can't stop. Then after finishing speaking, he chased after him. Outside the town, Orochimaru stood in the clearing and looked at Jiraiya in front of him. The speed is much slower. It seems that the wound Sasuke left you has not healed yet. While saying that, Orochimaru was laughing at Jiraiya, but at the same time he was surprised. Sasuke at that time injured Jiraiya so badly. 0. Seeking flowers 0. Although Jiraiya should not have used real power. After all, Jiraiya, who went to Mount Maiboku to practice for a long time, should have already learned Sage Mode. And when Jiraiya dealt with Sasuke, he didn't turn on Sage Mode. But even so, Sasuke's strength surprised Orochimaru. Why didn't you fight back? Orochimaru, do you think I'll let you go? Not fighting back? Orochimaru's face was very gloomy now. If it weren't for his hands being given by Sarutobi Hiruzen, now he won't just dodge blindly and not fight back at Jiraiya at all. Orochimaru, I won't show mercy. Today I will definitely capture you back to Konoha. Saying this, Jiraiya raised her hand to make him a draw. However, the action of not seal mobilized chakra, but caused Jiraiya to trigger the wound, and the ninjutsu was not released smoothly for a while. Ha! You can't even use ninjutsu, and you still want to capture me back to Konoha? Blood spilled from Jiraiya's mouth, and the violent movement caused Jiraiya's wound to burst open again. Orochimaru also turned pale. He can't use his hands, and his physical condition is no better than Jiraiya's. However, at this time Tsunade jumped out suddenly and landed in the middle of the two. Orochimaru, don't move, let's go. I can promise you that matter, but now you go. I will go back to you later. Jiraiya froze for a moment. He was very puzzled when he heard this. Tsunade, I don't care what you promised Orochimaru. In short, you must not go to Orochimaru. Tsunade sighed softly. I'm afraid this time, I Can't do what you want, Jiraiya. Unexpectedly, Tsunade refused without hesitation. Jiraiya's face became very ugly. Looking at Orochimaru, Jiraiya narrowed his eyes slightly. If this is the case, then even if you risk your life today, you must capture Orochimaru back to Konoha. Jiraiya's chakra surges like crazy. Orochimaru's face is not very good looking now. If he really wants to do something, then Tsunade will find out that his hands have been abolished, and the treatment may be just Chapter 131 Uchiha. One Jinchuriki, however, the arrow had to be fired on the string. Orochimaru felt the killing intent brewing in Jiraiya's eyes. This guy really wants to kill himself now. Jiraiya is ready to fight with the consciousness of death. In this case, if he didn't use the same attitude, then he might really be the one who died. Orochimaru's eyes gradually became extremely cold. Then the gaze that dropped to freezing point, like a cold ice knife, stabbed gently at Jiraiya. The moment the two eyes met, chakra explodes at the same time. Although his hands are crippled, it doesn't mean that Orochimaru has no ability to fight. Similarly, although Jiraiya's injury is still not healed, the injury also affects his strength. But if you really want to do it with the determination to die, the power that Jiraiya erupts is absolutely terrifying. The chakra fluctuations collided with each other, triggering an astonishing fluctuation in an instant. Countless ripples spread from the feet of the two of them. The grass on the ground is constantly rippling like ocean waves. Feeling the murderous intent in the eyes of the two, although Sanine had already broken up. But I really want to watch these two people fight to death in front of me. In this case, she couldn't ignore it. You two, stop it all. Suddenly, Tsunade's voice sounded. Jiraiya and Orochimaru were not affected at all, and they took a sudden step almost at the same time. In the next second, the figures of the two people approached rapidly. They rushed towards each other quickly. In an instant, the figures of the two were about to collide with each other. Tsunade was helpless. Now that, can't stop. Then simply let her beat both of them into cripples and lie on the ground unable to move. Let's see how they fight. Monster Power Fist explodes. Tsunade suddenly rushed towards the two of them. Compared with the short-distance burst of the two Tsunade, the speed is far faster than the two. When Tsunade's figure was ejected like a cannonball, the ground behind him suddenly cracked crazily in the next second. In an instant, it turned into countless rubble. The ground within tens of meters suddenly cracked. It can be seen how terrifying the power that Tsunade burst out in that instant. The sound of breaking wind sounded. Orochimaru and Jiraiya were stunned at the same time. They seemed a little unaware that Tsunuo would go abroad suddenly. And the speed is so fast. Since you want to fight, then fight with me first. If I can't stop you, I will beat you both into vegetative states. Look at how you are still tossing. The strange force punch that pierced through the air was close at hand. And under such force, the scalps of both Orochimaru and Jiraiya began to feel numb. If it was hit by Tsunade's fist, in their current state, I am afraid that they are really not far from death. I didn't expect Tsunade to get angry when he said he was angry. Don't leave any room for others to maneuver. Not good. This is not good. Both Orochimaru and Jiraiya were thinking in their minds at the same time, seeing Tsunade's fist rapidly enlarged in the eyes of the two. Hide! It is already impossible to escape. Tsunade's speed is too fast, and his attack power is extremely powerful. It is impossible to dodge. Just when the two of them began to panic, red light burst out. Bang bang! Instantly blocked in front of Jiraiya. The huge impact directly and instantly compresses the surrounding air, and then explodes suddenly, forming an extremely strong shock wave. In an instant, the storm swept away, and the surrounding ground cracked. At the same time, Tsunade's other fist slammed into Orochimaru. Suddenly, a purple light appeared. The moment of converging and transforming moment forms a row of bones. The form shield blocks Tsunade's strange power punch. Two terrifying fluctuations erupted almost simultaneously. Under the effect of the impact, Tsunade himself was ejected. After turning upside down in the air, Tsunade stomped on the ground with both feet and slid on the ground for a distance of more than 10 meters. Only then slowly stopped. Lifting his head, Tsunade looked forward with a frown. Who? At that moment just now, she seemed to see two figures suddenly appearing, and quickly rushed to the side of Orochimaru and Jiraiya. The smoke dissipated slowly. Two different rays of light gradually emerged from the dust and smoke. Red. The blood-red chakra continuously overflowed from Naruto's body, forming two chakra hands. Standing in front is that it blocks Tsunade's strange power punch. And the other side, the purple chakra forms the ribs, although only 3 ribs are present. But like a naturally formed shield, it also blocks Tsunade's strange force house. Looking at the two imps in front of Jiraiya and Orochimaru. Sasuke. Tsunade has seen it. But what is even more shocking to Tsunade now is Sasuke's eyes. That's obviously Mangekyou Sharingan. This kid from the Uchiha clan actually activated the Mangekyou Sharingan. How is this possible? And the red chakra on the other side is even more conspicuous. Tail Beast Chakra, Konoha's forehead protector. This feeling is Nine Tails Jinchuriki. Tsunade's heart was filled with surprise right now. One Uchiha that opens the Mangekyou Sharingan. A Jinchuriki who controls the Nine Tails Chakra. Both of these things are shocking enough. Mangekyou Sharingan at this age. Mangekyou is opened. This is not the first time he has seen Susanoo. Naruto cares about Jiraiya. Sasuke glanced back at Orochimaru, who seemed a bit surprised. This age doesn't say anything else, just open Mangekyou Sharingan and control Nine Tails Chakra. Pervy Sage, are you okay? Jiraiya shook her head. I'm fine. But you, Naruto, didn't you say that your negotiation with Nine Tails was unsuccessful? You can't do it. Leave it to me. The most surprised people of the moment are Jiraiya and Orochimaru. Smile Jiraiya should be very happy now, but Sasuke beside him made him unhappy. This little ghost of Uchiha is simply a more terrifying monster than Nine Tails. Jiraiya didn't expect. Naruto actually controlled chakra of 3.99 tails. Sasuke can. Naruto smiled. I just said I didn't talk about it, but I didn't say it wasn't successful. And what Orochimaru didn't expect was that Sasuke awakened Mangekyou. And, judging by the age of the two, they seem to be Jin and Kid around 12 years old. Chapter 131 The battle for Tsunade begins. Susanoo's light gradually faded. Jiraiya's face was serious, looking at Naruto. Did you cause the movement that suppressed the injury just now? Hearing this, Naruto glanced at Sasuke. Was it really the commotion caused by these two brats? Jiraiya was very surprised. When he felt the storm at that time, he thought that some powerful ninja suddenly came. Unexpectedly, it was Naruto and Sasuke, the two little ghosts who met. The current Jin and Kid seems to be a little too aggressive. The movement of that level was caused by two brats, and no one would believe it if I told it. But looking at the posture of the two of them now, it seems that there is nothing strange about the fight between them. Taking a step forward, Jiraiya adjusted her breathing. Naruto, be careful. The guy next to Uchiha Sasuke. His name is Orochimaru. He launched the Konoha collapse plan. I'll deal with Orochimaru. Sasuke will be handed over to you. No, what? Jiraiya froze for a moment. 07. Naruto stood in front of Jiraiya. Pervy Sage, just take a rest. Your injuries can't support you to fight fiercely. Hearing this, Jiraiya was touched for a moment, but she didn't expect Naruto to say that. But although Naruto can now control chakra of Nine Tails, he can also face the monsters of the Uchiha family. The monsters of Mangekyou Sharingan have been awakened, plus one more day. Even the Nine Tails Jinchuriki might not be that good against both of them at the same time. Orochimaru frowned, thinking about how he should deal with Jiraiya. Sasuke also said, leave it to me to deal with it. Watch Tsunade. Hearing this, Orochimaru was stunned for a moment. Sasuke is caring about himself? But after thinking about it for a while, Orochimaru also understood that Sasuke was probably just worried that if he did it himself, it would expose the fact that his hands had been abolished. Then Tsunade probably won't agree to treat Kimimaro. Although Sasuke's root cause is here, Orochimaru still looks at Sasuke silently behind Sasuke. There was a complex look in this look. It is good, but the best way is to leave with Tsunade as soon as possible. If that Jiraiya guy is really risking his life to keep us here, I'm afraid it will be very difficult for us to leave. Even if Sasuke turned on lightning-style super speed state and wanted to escape from Jiraiya's hand, Orochimaru didn't think it was so easy. Not to mention there is a Nine-Tails Jinchuriki on the side. A Jinchuriki capable of controlling the Nine-Tails chakra. Although I don't know Naruto's status, how much Nine-Tails chakra can be controlled. But even if it is only part of Nine-Tails chakra, it is not so easy to deal with. I know. If there is a chance, I will make a move. You are ready. We are ready to withdraw at any time. After speaking, Sasuke gently moved his neck, glanced at Tsunade at the side, then turned back to Naruto. The same is true for Naruto. That's the person we're looking for this time. One of Konoha's Sannin, Tsunade Haim. She is the granddaughter of Master First Hokage. Naruto, I can't let Orochimaru and Uchiha Sasuke do anything. My body can barely fight, but I'm afraid it won't last long, so we better leave quickly with Tsunade. As for Sasuke, I hope you hearing Jiraiya's words. Naruto nodded. I understand. Although he really wanted to stun Sasuke and bring him back to Konoha immediately. But Naruto also understood one thing in the fight in the small town before. Perhaps because I have mastered the Nine-Tails chakra, the chakra in my body has also been liberated. His strength has increased a lot, but his foundation is too weak. Gymnastics. No match for Sasuke at all. Even though his own chakra did not know how many times he crushed Sasuke, Sasuke was still able to rely on terrible skills. Use that level of chakra to block your own attacks. Sasuke, as expected of Konoha's evil genius. Now that I want to defeat Sasuke, I'm afraid it's not that simple. And Konoha needs Tsunade now. It is still very clear who is younger. Find a way to take Tsunade. This is the most important thing now after determining the goal. There was a red light in Naruto's eyes. In this moment, Sasuke also noticed. Beep! Almost at the same time, the two rushed toward the direction of Tsunade. Still amazed by Naruto and Sasuke's Tsunade. Watching the two little ghosts rushing towards him in unison. I was at a loss for a while. What do these two brats mean? Do they want to join forces to deal with her? In an instant, the red chakra emerged, turned into a huge red palm, and quickly grabbed it in the direction of Tsunade. Tsunade backed away hastily. At the same time, another chakra hand slapped fiercely in the direction of Sasuke. Want to stop me? Naruto! The ability of Tailed Beast Chakra Coat is really useful. But now with this level of chakra alone, I'm afraid I can't stop myself. Form a seal with one hand, and at the same time, pull out the Tsuji sword at his waist with his backhand. This is easy. The thunder and lightning rushed to the thunder flashing on the Tsuji sword, and Sasuke exhaled lightly. Thunder breath, one of a kind. A flash of thunder, crackling in an instant, a thunderbolt pierced through Naruto's Chakra's hand. Chakra's arm, which was directly cut off by 190, disappeared before it had time. In the next second, Sasuke directly caught the speed of Thunderbolt and came to the front of Naruto. Take a sharp breath. Sasuke's body was in midair, and the lightning had not completely dissipated. Fire style, great fireball technique. Boom! A huge fireball suddenly appeared. All roads directly in front of Naruto are closed. The moment the flames swept out, Tsunade's face was full of astonishment while retreating. What kind of gymnastics is that? One-handed seal? Is this level of fire style something that a brat at this age can achieve? Chakra's hand grabbing Tsunade suddenly changed from a claw to a palm. At the same time, two chakra arms emerged from Naruto's back, directly crossing the front. Beep! The impact of the great fireball technique stopped Naruto's body. The moment the three chakra arms tear open the fireball. Sasuke has already caught up to Tsunade. Head up Sasuke is going to use the illusion to stun Tsunade and then directly take it. But at this moment, a breaking wind sounded. Sasuke's movement stopped for a moment, and a shuriken passed directly in front of Sasuke's eyes. Swish! Then Naruto's figure flashed behind Tsunade from the other side. Sasuke, your target is indeed her too. Chapter 132 Second Flash of Ninja World. Sasuke ignored what Naruto said. Instead, look at the chakra flowing beside Naruto. With Mangekyou Sharingan's insight, Naruto's tailed beast chakra can be seen more clearly by Sasuke. Is this the tailed beast chakra? Not the same thing as regular chakra at all. This kind of chakra is very close to Shinshu chakra, but there are differences. It seems that it is precisely because of this particularity that the tailed beast chakra can form such a chakra coat and evolve tricks like the hand of chakra. Countless tentacles can be changed through the tailed beast chakra, and just this change makes Naruto's attacks suddenly become more diverse. It's no wonder that all the ninja villages in the entire ninja world long for things like tailed beasts. Such power is indeed strong. Sasuke, I won't let you take this woman away. You'd better give up. Tsunade glanced at Naruto. This stinky brat doesn't take himself, Sannin, seriously at all. Princess Tsunade, one of my dignified Sannin, who took it away if she wanted to. Is it that easy? Can you stop me? Naruto, although you can control Nine Tails chakra now, can you really fully control Nine Tails chakra? Sasuke pointed at Tsunade. I'm going to order her today. Compared with Naruto Sasuke's words, it is more domineering, without giving any room for refutation. It's like leaving no chance at all. This made Tsunade even more angry. You two stinky brats, don't you take me too seriously? What are you talking about grabbing yourself here? I'm such a big person, and I am still one of the Sannin, and I am standing here well now. I haven't lost my combat power yet. Why in the eyes of you two brats, Tsunade-ji, are like a thing. Anyone can get it easily. Then let's try Sasuke. Last time I lost to you, this time, I will never lose to you. This is my realization. Boom! The grass on the ground rippled slightly, and the ring-shaped fluctuation spread. The red chakra seemed to emerge out of nowhere, making the color of the chakra coat on Naruto's body much more intense. A strong aura erupted, and Naruto's aura became even more tyrannical. Is this another outbreak of tailed beast chakra? Humph! Even with the power of Nine Tails, Sasuke is not afraid. You're even more imposing than last time, Naruto. It seems that Nine Tails has given you a lot of confidence. Then let's try it. See how much you can force me to use up now. Naruto narrowed his eyes slightly. I just want to see if the current me can force your full strength. Saying that, Naruto also suddenly raised his hand to make a seal. Multiple shadow clone technique. Bang bang. Hundreds of Naruto were immediately separated, and Naruto appeared in groups. One by one locked eyes on Sasuke, and the next second they rushed toward Sasuke. And Naruto himself, under the cover of his clone, leaned toward Tsunade. He wants to take the opportunity to take Tsunade away. But the next second, Zizizi crackling. Naruto's shadow clones exploded one after another, turned into white smoke and dissipated. Thunder and lightning flashed, and Tsunade looked at Sasuke, who was bathed in thunder in great surprise. What kind of technique is this? Sasuke stood on the spot, raised his arms and spread his 5 fingers, raised his head slightly, showing a disdainful smile. Lightning splashed from the corner of his eyes from time to time. Sasuke, whose whole body was covered by lightning, just for a moment. Raise your hand and wave. Lightning-style discharge. In an instant, an astonishing lightning shock erupted directly, and the lightning that spread like a spider web directly bombarded Naruto's clone. These clones were all destroyed in an instant before they got close to Sasuke. Naruto was stunned for a second, but continued to lean towards the hand. In the next second, a thunderbolt shot directly at him. Crack! Naruto's feet stopped, and in front of his toes, the thunder and lightning just hit here. Naruto had to stop. He turned to look in Sasuke's direction. Your lightning style is stronger again. Now Naruto clearly feels how amazing Sasuke's lightning style is. His avatar was not an enemy at all. And looking at the black hole on the ground that was blasted out just now, a bolt of lightning casually released from Sasuke's position could cause this level of damage. Sasuke's lightning style power is improving very quickly. So, do you still want to stop me now? Crack! Sasuke gently raised the Tsuji sword in his hand, and lightning instantly flooded the blade. The flowing thunder and lightning are bursting out arcs around Tsuji. Naruto didn't answer, but strengthened the release of Nine Tails chakra on his body, and at the same time, several chakra arms emerged from behind. The whole person looked at Sasuke with firm eyes. It seems that he is determined not to let Sasuke take Tsunade away no matter what. Sensing Naruto's awakening, Sasuke also came into nature. Don't let yourself take Tsunade away. Can try. Do you really think you can fight me if you master the Nine Tails chakra? Naruto, said. Sasuke laughed, gently swinging the Chao-Ji sword in his hand. The thunder and lightning flowing on the blade became more intense. The collision of Thunderbolt and Tailed Beast chakra directly erupted with an astonishing roar. At the same time, with the remaining lightning flashing on his chest, Naruto's heart was shocked. Extremely fast lightning fast, although the attack power is weaker, but the speed is very terrifying. And now Sasuke is the blue lightning, the second flash of the ninja world. Even he couldn't easily deal with Sasuke's terrifying speed. The body passed by Naruto's side. Sasuke's indifferent eyes did not fall on Naruto's face. Instant moment has come to Naruto's side. Recalling Sasuke's move last time, it should not be underestimated either. When the roar of thunder and lightning sounded, even Jiraiya's face looked very solemn at this moment. While staring ahead, the Chao-Ji sword in his hand had already slashed across Naruto's chest in an astonishing instant. Even in the face of Sasuke's flashes, Jiraiya rang out Minato, the once golden flash. The terrifying impact caused Naruto to be thrown straight away in an instant. Sasuke flickered directly, and his body left a trail of lightning in the air. Crack. Lightning style. So fast. Sasuke, you are indeed a genius of Konoha. The speed of lightning has been strengthened again. The moment when the lightning flashed on. Chapter 133. Strong Sasuke. Sasuke-kun speed has increased again. If this continues, I'm afraid that the title of the #1 speed in the ninja world will fall to Sasuke-kun in the future. Thinking of this, Orochimaru seems to have a strange sense of accomplishment for a moment. As if Sasuke was his disciple, whatever Sasuke did, he would have face as well. But now it is true that Tsunade regards Sasuke as Orochimaru's disciple. Although Sasuke's speed is very fast, the power of lightning style is now even further, coupled with the sharpness of Chao-Ji. With the attack power of the flash fire, it is already very powerful. Naruto's Nine Tails chakra is a powerful cheat. Beep! Naruto, who was in the air, forcibly kicked his feet on the ground, sending a huge impact to the ground. The ground sank in response. Two Chakra's hands emerged in an instant, and Naruto's powerful explosive power made Naruto's explosive speed also very astonishing. Like a cannonball exploding, it hit Sasuke head-on. At the same time, the two chakra arms blocked Sasuke's range of motion, one left and one right. Naruto is trying to catch Sasuke. Where the chest was hit by Sasuke, only the tailed beast chakra was torn off. But no real damage to Naruto's body yet. Withstood Sasuke's ultra-high-speed knife without any damage at all. On the contrary, the fighting spirit is even stronger now. Sasuke looked at the hands of chakra sweeping from both sides of 340 and Naruto, who was coming head-on. It's about wanting to catch yourself directly. Naruto's thinking is so naive. Sasuke chuckled. Raise your hand to complete the one-handed Madara in an instant. Fire-style fire dragon flame technique. Boom! The flames that erupted in an instant at a position less than 3 meters away, and Naruto was completely enveloped in it. In the next second, Naruto saw nothing but flames in his field of vision. Almost at the same time, the sound of thunder and lightning sounded. He felt his two chakra hands severed instantly. Sasuke uses lightning style to enhance the power of Chao-Ji. Now, do you still think you can stop me? Naruto. Suddenly Naruto turned his head and was trying his best to block Naruto, who was attacked by Sasuke fire style with his chakra coat. Looking back, I saw Sasuke in the air behind him. The figure covered in thunder and lightning was particularly conspicuous. At this moment, Sasuke bears the imprint of the child with one hand and puts it on his chest. Manjiki's eyes glanced in Naruto's direction. However, when the eyes of the two met, Naruto felt, a strange feeling suddenly appeared in his body. But only for a moment. The next second, the voice of Nine Tails sounded. Hey, this kid actually has such a brilliant illusion. Naruto, don't be fooled. With the help of Nine Tails chakra, Naruto woke up instantly. But even a second of hesitation was enough for Sasuke. Fire style fire dragon technique. 3 boom boom boom. In an instant, 3 huge fire dragons swept out, and Sasuke released 3 powerful A-level fire style ninjutsu in an instant. Although the attack power is very strong, the speed of Heokulong technique is too slow. If you don't use illusion, delay a little bit. 3 fire styles are simply not enough to hit Naruto. But now, Naruto watched as 3 giant fire dragons came bombarding them. There was also a trace of panic in his eyes, and the terrifying flames were not raging around him. And 3 strong fire style attacks. Sasuke, is this your true strength? Just relying on ninjutsu can bring me such a suppressive force. Boom boom. As the explosion sounded, the flames formed a huge storm and gathered into a mushroom cloud, straight into the sky. And the lightning on Sasuke, who fell from the sky, disappeared. With his backhand, he slowly put Chao Zijin back into the scabbard behind him, looking at Naruto's position very calmly. If it's only this level, you're still far behind. Naruto now? Jiraiya was also extremely surprised. Sasuke's strength has undergone such an astonishing change. Originally, one-handed Madara requires talent, but like Sasuke, one-handed Madara releases 3 ninjutsu in a row. Not only does it require extremely high control over chakra, but it also requires a high amount of chakra. It can be said that to release the first fire style, Sasuke only needs to spend the normal amount of chakra. Then release the second one in a row. You need to spend twice the amount of chakra, and the third one will be doubled on the basis of the second fire style. The difficulty of this is not just talk. Even as Sannin, Jiraiya, Orochimaru, Tsunade, they were all stunned by Sasuke's operation. And this time Sasuke turned his head to look at Tsunade. Okay, give me an answer. Yes or no? Tsunade, who was still surprised by the words, looked at Sasuke, who was right in front of him. The tone of the other party made her very unhappy. Tsunade looked at Sasuke coldly. I agree, but I won't go with you now. You and Orochimaru go first. I will go find you myself later. No, there is no room for bargaining. Sasuke's attitude is tough. However, the more confronted with this tough attitude, the more angry Tsunade became. Boy, who do you think you are? Can you order me? Sasuke smiled. It doesn't matter who I am. The important thing is, I can't order you, so I will take you away directly. The next second Sasuke raised his head. A pair of Mangekyou Sharingan suddenly flashed a bright scarlet light. In the next second, Tsunade suddenly felt dizzy, and then the world suddenly turned into blood red. In an instant, Tsunade's expression became flustered. Jiraiya is furious. Tsunade is his reverse scale. Sasuke raised his hand to catch Tsunade. 3-tail status? Ready to leave anytime. The whole person fainted directly. Plop. People look good, said Sasuke, took the initiative to walk in the direction of Naruto. The blood-red chakra forms a tail. Her face suddenly turned pale. Uchiha Sasuke, what did you do to Tsunade? If you dare to hurt Tsunade, I will not let you live even if I die. But the flames in the distance suddenly dissipated in the next second. Sasuke raised his hand and threw Tsunade directly in the direction of Orochimaru. 3 chakra tails flutter behind Naruto. Seeing this situation, Jiraiya immediately wanted to rush towards Sasuke. Like a lotus flower in full bloom, Naruto stepped out of it. Sure enough, dealing with a person like Tsunade, who still has serious psychological trauma, an illusion can be easily settled without any difficulty at all. Orochimaru directly catches Tsunade. Chapter 134, A Special Case in Jinchuriki Jiraiya. If you move, I'll break Tsunade's neck. Orochimaru's voice sounded. Suddenly, Jiraiya's face became even uglier when he was furious. He looked at Orochimaru and couldn't calm down at all. His face turned blue and red. Orochimaru, you dare! If you dare to hurt a single hair of Tsunade, I will never let you go. Who wouldn't say harsh words? Sasuke glanced at Jiraiya. With Tsunade in his hands, threatening Jiraiya and Naruto is not a problem at all. The question is how to leave. Master Orochimaru, let's go first. Hearing this, Orochimaru glanced at Sasuke. Are you sure? Orochimaru knew very well that if he took Tsunade first, it would not be so easy for Sasuke to get away. In case Jiraiya breaks out, Mount Boku learns Rishi mode. If you team up with Naruto to deal with Sasuke, even the current Sasuke will probably carry it. Don't worry, they can't stop me if I want to go. Orochimaru nodded. At this time, Jiraiya's face was gloomy. Orochimaru, you are not allowed to go. If you want to go, you can put Tsunade down. However, Jiraiya's current threat has absolutely no effect. Orochimaru didn't care at all, turned around and ran away with Tsunade. Naruto is still staring at Sasuke. He wanted to save Tsunade, but Tsunade was caught by Orochimaru, and Sasuke was guarding against him. It was very difficult to get around Sasuke's unexpected rescue of Tsunade. Boy, if you can control half of my chakra, you can easily deal with a little Uchiha. It's a pity that you can only control my 3 tails level chakra now. In Naruto's body, 9 tails said with some regret. Even chakra from 3 tails, Naruto can barely control it now. The chakra of the tailed beast is very powerful, but because the chakra of the tailed beast is too powerful, it is not so easy to control the chakra of the tailed beast. Just like the magic of chakra, it takes practice to master it. The same goes for the chakra of the tailed beast. Too bad Naruto didn't practice it beforehand. Sasuke, since you let Orochimaru take that woman away, come back to Konoha with me. Naruto, Tsunade must not be handed over to Orochi just like this. Jiraiya is very anxious now, if not because he himself has been injured. The combat power has declined sharply. If you don't use Sage mode, you won't be Sasuke's opponent at all. Otherwise, he would have shot directly just now. However, Naruto sighed softly. Sorry, Pervy Sage, we can't save Tsunade. But since he chooses to let that Orochimaru take someone away, then he doesn't want to leave here himself. If we let him leave, then we will have no hope of saving that person. Naruto's words woke Jiraiya up a little. Indeed, Tsunade is in the hands of Orochimaru. Forcibly saving Tsunade may directly hurt Tsunade. Right now, there is really nothing to do with them. But Tsunade was taken away, so if Sasuke were to leave too, the consequences would be disastrous. Naruto, I'll help you. Anyway, Jiraiya's eyes were full of anger, and the woman he liked was taken away in front of him. No man can tolerate such a thing. Keep this Uchiha Sasuke and bring it back to Konoha. The murderous Jiraiya was about to use his injured body to start using Sage mode and summon the 2-toed sages of Mount Boku. Naruto spoke. Pervy Sage, let me do it. Believe me, you said that I, who mastered the tailed beast chakra, can surpass Sasuke. Now I have mastered the tailed beast chakra, although I am not very proficient, but I believe I have surpassed him. Hearing this, Jiraiya's face changed a few times, and finally she chose to believe Naruto. Okay, I'll leave it to you. Sasuke looked at the confident Naruto, having mastered the tailed beast chakra. What a surprise! 9 tails Jinchuriki of all ages have never perfectly controlled 9 tails. It seems that you are a special case, Naruto. But it seems that although you have mastered the chakra of 9 tails, it seems that you are not able to control it proficiently. In Sasuke's Mangekyou Sharingan, the chakra fluctuations on Naruto can be clearly seen. Zero seeking flowers. Very confusing. This situation is at best Naruto barely controlling this part of chakra. If chakra of 9 tails acts according to the will of 9 tails, Naruto will go berserk in an instant. It seems that 9 tails is willing to give chakra to Naruto to control. If it wasn't for the willingness of 9 tails, I'm afraid Naruto wouldn't be able to control this chakra at all. 9 tails voluntarily gave chakra to Naruto to control. It seems that a lot of things have changed. Is the most perfect Jinchuriki in the ninja world born so early? Thinking of this, Sasuke also feels pressured. If Naruto becomes the perfect Jinchuriki ahead of time, it will indeed be a terrible thing for him. Judging from Naruto's current situation, he will still chase after him. Looks like I can't relax either. I have to start practicing immediately after I go back, whether it's Sharingan or Ninjutsu. I have to start strengthening my practice. He rushed to pull out the Tsuji sword behind his back. Sasuke looked at Naruto in the 3-tail state in the distance. It's a pity You only activated such a little-tailed beast chakra. If there is a little more, I'm afraid I really can't match you." Hearing this, Naruto's eyes flashed a dignified look. Even so, there is no way to surpass Sasuke, but these chakra are already the limit he can bear, although Ninetales is willing to let chakra give it control. The various wills contained in the tail beast chakra cannot be controlled by Naruto if he wants to. Even if Jinchuriki gets the approval of the tailed beast, Jinchuriki needs to overcome this problem by himself. You'll find out soon enough, it's just that Three Tails is a little bit off. Gently swinging the Tsuji sword, crackling, thunder and lightning erupted instantly. The lightning flashes on. Thunder and lightning flashed on Sasuke's body. And when the thunder and lightning emerged, Sasuke directly turned into a blue lightning and rushed out, going straight to Naruto. At the same time, Naruto also exploded at an astonishing speed, and under the tail beast chakra's package, it turned into a red flash and rushed towards Sasuke knife. Chapter 135: The Way to Get Out Crack. Lightning flashes in the sky. Jiraiya watched as the two began to fight. Naruto broke out so many tail beast chakra. The speed, stun, and reaction are not comparable to before. The chakra code of the tailed beast can also provide a strong defensive effect. In this case, it is simply a perfect killing machine. This is the terrible thing about Jinchuriki. Uchiha Sasuke. You are only fast, your lightning style is not enough at all. While analyzing the pros and cons of both sides in Jiraiya's mind, suddenly, the sound of electric currents sizzled. When Sasuke's Chao-Ji sword seemed to have slashed on some kind of metal. Immediately, there was a symphonic sound of gold and iron colliding. What appeared in front of his eyes was that Sasuke slashed Naruto's neck with a knife, and Naruto's two attacks on the other hand. There is no 8 or 8-0 that can hit Commander's assistance. It was easily dodged by Sasuke. Even Sasuke's evasive action seemed to anticipate Naruto's attack in advance. One knife. Although Chao Jijin's power has become much stronger under the blessing of lightning style. But the defensive effect of Naruto's tailed beast chakra is indeed not astonishing. It simply failed to penetrate the tail beast chakra's defense. However, Sasuke was not surprised at all. Feel the vibration from the blade. Sasuke tightly grasped the Tsuji sword in his hand and instantly accelerated again and turned into a flash of light. Appears to Naruto's right almost instantly. One knife. Hack in the same position. Naruto counterattacked Sasuke, but he had expected a few easy movements, perfectly avoiding Naruto's attack. Sasuke even made some evasive actions in advance, and Naruto launched an attack according to the evasive actions. I can't touch Sasuke at all. It seems that the speed of the two is almost the same. With the blessing of the tailed beast chakra, Naruto's speed is not slow at all. However, Sasuke played Naruto perfectly. One knife, another knife. Every time Sasuke appeared and every time he disappeared, he would slash Naruto fiercely with the grass sword in a certain position. No matter what direction the attack is from, the attack position will never change. Naruto's face became increasingly ugly. Even the teeth he had already gritted were about to be broken, and he was already trying his best, attacking Sasuke frantically. The hands covered by chakra directly formed sharp claws. Unceasingly and rapidly swung out a series of attacks. Sasuke, however, was able to see through his movements completely, even though Naruto was already at his limit. But Sasuke still seemed to see through it at a glance. The speed is not slow, but it's a pity that all your attacks are invisible in my eyes. Why Sasuke took a leisurely step back, and then the ground in front of him was slapped hard by Naruto's chakra hand. It was shattered directly, and a huge pothole was punched out abruptly. He raised his hand and waved the Tsuji sword lightly. The moment the thunder and lightning erupted, the hand of chakra bombarded from the right was also blocked by the thunder. Although it is not completely blocked, it only needs to be blocked for a moment, which is enough for Sasuke to act. In the next second, Sasuke rushed out directly. Grabbing Naruto's neutral position again, he slashed Naruto's neck fiercely. The 36 consecutive attacks were all slashed on Naruto's neck. A faint trace of lightning followed into Naruto's body. And after this knife, Sasuke laughed. because Naruto's movements started to slow down. It worked when Sasuke first used Manjiki to observe Naruto. He found that this position of Naruto was the weakest part of his body defense. It can even be said to be Naruto's Achilles heel, continuously attacking here, injecting a trace of lightning every time. After 36 times, Naruto began to become sluggish because of the paralyzing effect of lightning style. However, he himself seems to have no difference. Sasuke laughed. It seems that the effect of pupil technique's super insight. Not as scary as usual. Even the flaws of the tailed beast chakra can be seen instantly. Under such a pupil technique, I am afraid that no one can stop it. All terrible opponents will have nowhere to hide in front of him. Just like the previous Tsunade, Sasuke found a flaw in Tsunade's monster power fist when he used Manjiki to observe Tsunade. If he fights against Tsunade again, Sasuke is confident that he can block Tsunade's monster punch. Beep! Suddenly Naruto raised his hand and punched, and Chakra's hand exploded instantly, forming a huge wave and slamming into Sasuke fiercely. Sasuke's eyes narrowed slightly. Instantly Susanu's ribs appeared in front of Sasuke. Boom! There was a roar. Sasuke was knocked hard and flew out. After stabilizing his figure, Sasuke looked at the cracked ribs of Susanoo in front of his eyes. Nearly broke Susanoo's defense. After untying Susanoo, Sasuke looked at Naruto in front of him. Naruto twisted his neck gently, looking at Sasuke with red eyes. I will never let you go, Sasuke, like this. No, never. Seeing Naruto's appearance, Sasuke froze for a moment. Apparently Naruto seems to have less sense of self now. It seems that using the tailed beast chakra is not without risk. If you are not careful, you will be swallowed by all kinds of negative emotions contained in chakra. If it continues, I'm afraid Naruto will go berserk soon. Just right. Then let Naruto run wild, so Sasuke has a chance to escape. At that time, even if Jiraiya wanted to risk his life to deal with him, he had to consider whether to use it to deal with Naruto, who ran away, or to chase him who escaped. In a word, Naruto's face became even more angry. The corners of Sasuke's mouth turned up slightly. In the blink of an eye, a violent tornado formed. The storm spread wildly towards both sides. Said Sasuke raised his hand. The movement erupted by the violently rotating red chakra is very astonishing. Chidori's voice sounded, and the thunder and lightning gathered in his hands gave off a dazzling light. Said Naruto 3. One raised his hand, Rasengan instantly condensed. The tail beast chakra condensed Rasengan. Then let's play. A long trail was also left on the ground, and dust smoke rose behind Sasuke. While the thunder and lightning flashed, the whirlwind on the other side was also rapidly hitting. Sasuke was also taken aback. Chidori sizzling. I'll stop you. Sure as hell. Crack. That's up to you, Naruto. Now you want to stop me from leaving? You can't. Sasuke went out directly, holding Chidori Thunderbolt with one hand, and the burst of thunder and lightning kept flashing on the ground, and Sasuke ran towards Naruto. Chapter 136, Thunderbolt Flash Godspeed. This time Chidori broke out. Sasuke did not turn on the spell seal mode. There is no blessing of mantra chakra. Simply use Sasuke's own chakra. Although Sasuke's chakra has increased a lot, at the same time, because he has mastered 3 nature transformations, power has also been enhanced. But, compared with Naruto's tail beast chakra, it is naturally weaker by more than 1 level. But Sasuke still didn't back down. Still waving Chidori, he slammed towards the Rasengan released by Naruto. When the lightning and the whirling chakra collide, there was a roar in an instant, but this time Sasuke's Chidori seemed vulnerable. Beep! Sasuke flew upside down. The powerful impact made Sasuke seem to lose his center of gravity in the air. The crazy spin swept over a distance of more than 10 meters in an instant, and it was only at this time that Sasuke found his balance. After stabilizing his figure, he slid backwards for a distance of nearly 10 meters before slowly stopping. Watching a series of dust smoke rising from the ground, Sasuke looked in Naruto's direction 08. The power of the tailed beast chakra is really not something that can be blocked casually. The reason why Sasuke continued knowing that he was not an opponent was to see how powerful the tailed beast chakra was. Now I can feel it personally. Sasuke glanced at his arm, but luckily it wasn't hurt. Look up. Naruto was moving towards him quickly. Sasuke, you are not as strong as you were during the Chunin exam. What's the matter? Don't you plan to use your power? Swish. Naruto's attack was easily dodged by Sasuke. Looking back at Naruto, who rushed behind him, Sasuke smiled. This guy also seemed to feel the power of the curse mark. But against Naruto in his current state, the effect of the curse seal is not as good as that of lightning. What Sasuke wants is not to defeat Naruto, but to anger Naruto. Unnecessary. Even if you are now, you still can't meet me, can you? Do you need a stronger force against you? Naruto. While speaking, Naruto had already turned his head and rushed back. A punch hit Sasuke's face, but it was a pity. Sasuke's speed is faster, coupled with the current Mangekyou Sharingan. It is easy to avoid Naruto's attack. Super Insight allows Sasuke to see almost every movement of Naruto with ease. Even Naruto's next move was predicted, and the attack of Naruto's chakra's hand is also in Naruto's grasp. In this case, Sasuke doesn't have to worry at all. However, Naruto's expression became more gloomy when he heard these words. Crazy attacks. Chakra's hand kept waving, as if wanting to prove that he could touch Sasuke immediately. However, Sasuke, who was wielding the grass sword, slashed at Naruto's body one after another with ease. Although unable to break Naruto's chakra coat. But every time the paralyzing effect brought by a trace of lightning also stimulated Naruto's nerves. In his attack, no matter how fast, how unexpected, it's even clear that all of Sasuke's escape routes have been blocked. But Sasuke can still easily avoid all of Naruto's attacks with a strange posture. Even that understatement made Naruto's fire even more intense. With a slight lift of Chao Zhijian, his chakra's hand was easily severed with a slash of the horizontal knife. Then the blade blocked his fist, catch the impact, and turn around to avoid the subsequent series of attacks. That's what Sasuke felt to Naruto. Even though he had tried his best, Sasuke still didn't get serious. As if from the beginning to the present has been playing the same, not serious at all. However, the more this happened, the more Naruto couldn't suppress the anger in his heart. Why? Why did you leave Konoha? Why? Why are you so strong? Damn it. Obviously, I have already mastered such power. Could it be that I can only be the tail of the crane forever? Can I only disappoint people forever? Naruto's eyes gradually turned red. This effect is exactly what Sasuke needs. Be angry. Let the Nine Tails chakra go berserk. Sasuke is ready to add more ingredients. In the next second, the lightning flashed off instantly. Naruto's attack hit Sasuke head-on, and a pair of huge chakra hands slapped Sasuke from left and right. Even without the real help of Commander, he could already feel the strong air current hitting Sasuke's face. Seeing that the lightning on Sasuke's body suddenly disappeared, Naruto froze for a moment. But I don't know what Sasuke is going to do. Call! Naruto's hand of chakra is about to hit Commander's help. Suddenly, Naruto noticed Sasuke's breathing. This strange breathing seems a little unusual. However, at this moment, Sasuke suddenly raised his head. The Chaoji sword at his waist was pulled out instantly by Sasuke. Thunder Breath. One type. Thunderbolt Speed. This move is the strongest move of the Breath of Thunder one type. With the speed of the limit explosion, the power of this blow is equally astonishing. However, because the side effects are too great, if you use it more than twice in a row, I am afraid that Sasuke's feat will be abolished. Moment of an instant. Naruto's movements are almost unchanged for Sasuke. Time seemed to stand still. Chao Zhijian 083. Chao Zhijian with thunder appeared in front of Naruto in an instant. Looking at the blade shining with lightning, Naruto's eyes narrowed slightly. Immediately afterwards, the blade slashed fiercely on his chest and slashed along his left shoulder towards his ribs on the right. Sasuke's figure intersected with his figure. A thunderbolt suddenly appeared from Sasuke's previous position and stretched all the way to Naruto's back. Crack! The moment the thunder roared, Sasuke also stopped and slowly put away the Chao Zhijian. Naruto stared blankly at the front. His attack undoubtedly failed. Bow your head. Looking at his chest, Naruto felt a stabbing pain, and a red bloodstain appeared. Although the wound is not deep, it is healing quickly because of Nine Tails chakra. But this blow Sasuke hit Naruto deeply again. How come Jiraiya, who was watching from the sidelines, was equally frightened? Is this the ninjutsu, Breath of Thunder? Faster than last time? If Jiraiya's judgment last time was forbidden technique that was no worse than 8 inner gates, then this time Jiraiya felt that perhaps Breath of Thunder might finally surpass 8 inner gates in the hands of Sasuke. No, Naruto can't deal with Sasuke alone. Jiraiya's expression became serious. Chapter 137 Complete Rampage. Just let Naruto deal with Sasuke alone. Once Sasuke uses ninjutsu to deal with Naruto, then the result is likely to be Naruto. Finally, thinking of this, Jiraiya let out a soft breath. I didn't expect to be forced to this point by a Uchiha kid one day. Now Jiraiya can't care about his injuries. Close your eyes silently. Begin to stand still and absorb the natural energy around you. Jiraiya is about to start Sage Mode. And at this moment Sasuke felt abnormal, but it was too late to feel it carefully. The injured Naruto became more angry and attacked more swiftly. Boom, boom, boom. The 4 chakra hands directly turned into huge arms, clenching their fists and hammering the ground frantically. It was like a heavy artillery bombarding continuously. Sasuke instantly turned on the lightning and walked between Naruto's attacks. Thick smoke billowed, engulfing Sasuke's figure one after another. However, Sasuke didn't have any fear and kept flashing to avoid Naruto's attack. At the same time, he quickly approached in the direction of Naruto. And after approaching Naruto, Naruto's attack is more rapid. Punch after punch hit Sasuke's direction. It even seemed to see countless fist shadows sweeping towards him for a moment. The corners of the mouth rose slightly. This kind of attack, which is very terrifying in the eyes of ordinary people, is in Sasuke's eyes. Full of loopholes. Is such an attack expected to defeat me? Sasuke found the best route right away. The body is like a leaf fluttering in the air. It dodged Naruto's attack with a slight flick, and then slashed at Naruto's chest. This time, even Chao Zhijian was covered with lightning style. Neither was able to break through Naruto's tailed beast chakra defenses. The power provided by lightning style discharge is much worse than that of Thunder Breath. But the effect is the same. That is, the stabbing effect on Naruto is very strong. Sasuke hit him so easily again, although he was not hurt. But if it wasn't for Nine Tails Chakra's protection, I'm afraid he would have been chopped off by Sasuke long ago. Every time he was hit by Sasuke, Naruto's unwillingness became stronger. So much so that the color of the tailed beast chakra on Naruto's body is getting stronger and stronger. It's not that far from running away. Yes, exactly. If this continues, Naruto will soon go completely berserk. But there seems to be something missing. Naruto is crazily breaking out chakra at the moment, and a Rasengan appears in his hand. And because there are too many chakra gathered, the size of Rasengan is expanding crazily. Naruto's eyes locked on Sasuke. Sasuke, seeing Naruto like this, he is probably ready to fight to the death. If so, come on. Sasuke sighed softly. Naruto, are you really ready? What? Naruto froze for a moment. Are you ready? Ready for what? Sasuke smiled. You should know this technique of mine. Sasuke raised his hand, and lightning flowed quickly on his arm. Then swim to the whole body. This joy. Lightning style speed. Of course Naruto knew, as a companion of the 7th class. How could Naruto not know Sasuke's technique? Not only know Naruto, but also remember very clearly. My technique. There are 2 states. One is lightning. The specific effect is probably fast speed. And at the same time, I can control it myself. As Naruto thought of something, his eyes began to shake a little. The second state is blast and thunder, a state that is completely out of my control. In that state, I can't even guarantee what I will do. You have to be ready next time. Hearing this, Naruto gritted his teeth lightly. Then come on, Sasuke. This time will not be the same as the Chunin exam anyway. This time, I will win. Naruto said that the Rasengan in his hand became even bigger, almost surpassing Naruto's height. Such a huge Rasengan, if hit, even Sasuke might be killed in an instant. Thunderstorm, crack, accompanied by an ear-exploding roar. The thunder on Sasuke's body flickered continuously. In an instant, even Sasuke's hairstyle appeared in a state of lightning. Moment, Sasuke's figure suddenly disappeared. Appeared directly in front of Naruto. Punch, lightning punches, and kicks fell on Naruto like raindrops. Although Sasuke's attack is not painful to Naruto, but Sasuke's crazy attack is under. With the Rasengan in his hand for almost an instant, the chakra flow was disrupted. Boom! It exploded directly. Naruto himself was instantly engulfed by his own attack. And at the same time, Sasuke appeared out of range almost instantly. Unlock the wind and thunder mode. Watch the terrifying flames created by the exploding chakra. Sasuke shook his head. This is enough. If Naruto was able to maintain consciousness before, then Naruto may not be able to do so now. Amidst the raging flames, Naruto's anger is currently exploding crazily. Why is it so simple, Boom? There is another chakra tail behind Naruto again. But what's different this time is that the tail beast chakra on Naruto's body has completely turned red like blood. Naruto has gone completely berserk. A chakra wave full of violence swept away. Sasuke looked at the dissipating flames in front of his eyes, and then felt the violent chakra fluctuation. Finally, success. Then leave it to Jiraiya to take care of the mess. I hope that his current state can still suppress Naruto in four-tail state. Otherwise, while thinking about it, suddenly a gust of cold air appeared, and Sasuke instinctively dodged aside immediately. In the next second, a roar sounded. Get it? Sasuke's face instantly turned extremely pale. A Rasengan hit Sasuke's shoulder accurately. The terrifying force instantly tore Sasuke's shoulders apart. Boom! Sasuke's body was blasted out and rolled continuously on the ground, leaving a long trail of blood behind him. Hit by Rasengan, Sasuke was badly wounded almost instantly. Stand up with your body strong. Look at the person who attacked me just now. Dangtang Sannin, will you do this kind of thing that sneaks up on others? Jiraiya ignored Sasuke's taunt, and now he forced Sage Mode on. The body can't last long. That's how ninjas fight. I'm not a samurai. Uchiha Sasuke, come back to Konoha with me, or you will die. Hearing this, Sasuke smiled. Look behind you first, saying that the red chakra wave spread in the direction of Jiraiya. Chapter 138, returning to Inin village, violent chakra wave spread from behind Jiraiya. Now Jiraiya finally knows why she feels weird. He turned his head slowly. When you look back and see the picture behind you, at this moment, Jiraiya's face changed suddenly, and suddenly the whole face became extremely pale. His face suddenly darkened. Naruto, who was exuding scarlet chakra all over his body at the moment, was staring at Jiraiya with a pair of eyes. Jiraiya, who possesses the magic chakra, is now in the eyes of Naruto, who is running away. It is the most threatening existence. The first target naturally became Jiraiya. Sasuke, who was behind him, glanced at his left shoulder and just remembered that Rasengan had hit him firmly. This feeling is not good. It's basically a half-life. Although Sasuke really wants to settle accounts for Jiraiya now, but continuing to delay may cause unnecessary trouble. Good luck, Jiraiya. Hope you don't die at the hands of the runaway Jinchuriki. Otherwise, it would be such a pity. Hearing Sasuke's voice, Jiraiya felt very depressed at 250. Sasuke actually let Naruto go berserk, and it happens to be this time. Otherwise, he could obviously fight Sasuke with Naruto. It won't be a problem to catch Sasuke then, but I didn't expect that at this time, Naruto would go berserk. Uchiha Sasuke, it's your fault you let Naruto go berserk. Do you know that if this goes on, Naruto will probably Sasuke looked at Jiraiya coldly. What will happen to Naruto? That should be your worry. And the next time we meet, Jiraiya, I will return that blow to you. After speaking, thunder and lightning erupted instantly. Sasuke swept towards the distance directly and disappeared in front of his eyes in an instant. Looking at the direction Sasuke left, Jiraiya was annoyed. But there is no other way. Sasuke can only be allowed to escape, and his main problem now is to find a way to suppress the runaway Naruto. With cold sweat on his forehead, Jiraiya is now not sure if he can suppress Naruto, who ran away. After all, this is Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, and his current physical condition is terrible. Not too good. I have to find a way to summon Fukasaku and Shima-sama first. Otherwise, relying solely on my current strength, it may be difficult to suppress Naruto. He raised his hand and bit his finger. Jiraiya slapped the ground hard, summoning. Huge white smoke spread out. Sasuke, who had already left at the moment, looked back at the white smoke in the distance. Have you summoned the summoning beast? Jiraiya, remember it for me. I won't look back at this revenge. Sasuke's current situation is not good. Hit by a Rasengan, if not for Sasuke dodging a fatal shot in the nick of time. I'm afraid it's dead now. Now that Sasuke is seriously injured, he can't last long. We can only open the distance as much as possible and then move towards the location of Inin village. Then find a place to take a good rest. It might be impossible to rush back quickly. However, the speed of the Flash is still very fast. After running for more than 10 minutes, Sasuke has not found any trace of Orochimaru yet. I don't know which direction Orochimaru is going. Anyway, the final destination is the same. Simply Sasuke also lifted the lightning-style super speed. Find a safe place to rest and deal with your wounds. Rasengan cracked Sasuke's left shoulder bone, and the flesh was easily torn apart. Being able to persist here is Sasuke's limit. After Hugh, Afe, rested all night, Sasuke set off early the next morning. I feel recovered a lot, although the injury still hasn't recovered. But at least my mental state is much better. After rushing back to Odinin village, Sasuke returned to Orochimaru's base. And Orochimaru was back long ago. The people responsible for picking up Sasuke are the Odinin Four. The way they looked at Sasuke became a little different. Master Sasuke, Lord Orochimaru has ordered you to tell you as soon as you come back that Naki, one of the Sannin, has already begun to heal Kimimaro. At the same time, I hope you don't make it difficult for Tsunade to let a woman go away after Tsunade finishes treating Kimimaro. Okay? The first sentence was nothing, but Sasuke didn't quite understand it. What happened to Orochimaru? Let Tsunade go. Tsunade is healing Kimimaro, but Orochimaru himself. Doesn't he want Tsunade to show him his hands? Thinking about it felt something was wrong. Sasuke decided to take a look at Orochimaru first. After asking about Orochimaru's location, Sasuke came to a laboratory in the base. It is said to be a laboratory, but in fact there are some utensils stored here which are not used for experiments at all. When I opened the door, the first thing I saw was Orochimaru sitting on a chair with his back to the door. The atmosphere in the whole room seemed a little strange. What's wrong? Sasuke's first sentence went straight to the point. And Orochimaru on the chair has no intention of getting up. Just come back, Sasuke-kun. I want to rest alone. Can you leave me alone? Sasuke, who originally wanted to ask some questions, was stunned for a moment. And Orochimaru looked at his hands now. You've ruined me again. It seems that Orochimaru seems to know at this moment. Even if he asks Tsunade to heal him, it will not help. Sasuke, who didn't quite understand, glanced at Orochimaru. All of a sudden, he lost all hope, and everything he had done in these years was in vain. Misery, even with the best container, turning him around still doesn't help, and his hands still won't recover. What's wrong? Sasuke, quit the lab. Seal my hands. You will take everything from me. The soul that Hiruzen took away made Orochimaru never able to use his own hands. Orochimaru seemed depressed, as if he had lost hope of life. Since the other party doesn't want to be disturbed, forget it. The tone of the speech actually revealed a lifeless taste. The problem is not with the body, but with the soul. He was able to find a way to get back the lost soul. But Orochimaru knows exactly what kind of ninjutsu it is to confine ghouls. Chapter 139, Tsunade's Diagnosis. After leaving the door of the laboratory, Sasuke glanced back. Orochimaru, does this mean that you know your hand can't be healed? But it looks a bit depressed this way. Sasuke was a little puzzled. But in a blink of an eye, did I think it was me? I took it for granted? Orochimaru, is also a ninja, and the ninja doesn't have the hands of the seal. So can you, isn't it frustrating? So Orochimaru's appearance is also normal. Maybe it's because Orochimaru's scenes in the original work are very indifferent and never show anything else. That's why Sasuke didn't understand what happened to Orochimaru for a while. But thinking about it now, Orochimaru knew his hands couldn't be healed, so it made sense for him to be so frustrated. How did Orochimaru know that his hands cannot be healed? Did Tsunade watch it? But if Tsunade saw it, then Tsunade shouldn't be treating Kimimaro right now. Why did Tsunade do this? Thinking of this, Sasuke immediately rushed towards Kimimaro's ward. Sasuke, who came to the door of the room, just opened the door and saw Tsunade, who was busy. Tsunade frowned and glanced at Sasuke, who came in. Go out. It's operation time now. No one can come in and disturb. Sasuke just took a look at Tsunade, making sure that Tsunade was really after treating Kimimaro. He withdrew with doubts. If Tsunade showed Orochimaru his hands, then he should know that Orochimaru cannot cast impure world reincarnation. Don't pay attention to the words of their anger that threaten Tsunade at all. Then Tsunade has no reason to heal Kimimaro. But what is the current situation with Tsunade? Thinking of this, Sasuke couldn't figure it out. However, the reason for this is naturally Orochimaru's sake. After taking Tsunade back to Odenin village overnight yesterday, Tsunade was very angry at first. Being forcibly taken away, how could she endure such a dignified Sannin? But Orochimaru had expected it, and told about Kimimaro, and also told Tsunade Sasuke why he was so determined to save Kimimaro. Tsunade moved by Orochimaru's words. For the sake of my former friend, let's take a look at this poor guy. As the last blood of the Teriuchi clan, Orochimaru used some special words to describe the last bloodline that is also the Uchiha clan. After two people meet each other, they can feel empathy without words. Tsunade also sympathized with this kind of thing, but this Sasuke obviously will never know. Shiro followed Sasuke, who returned to the room. Master Sasuke, I saw that you are injured. The wound is not well bandaged. Let me re-bandage it for you. Sasuke did not refuse this. His own bandaging technique is indeed. Seeing the wound on Sasuke's body, I was a little surprised. I'm afraid this injury can't be healed without half a month's training. Bai carefully bandaged Sasuke and was about to help Sasuke fix the bandage. At this time, the door opened. Just dressing the wound is useless. Let me do it. Saying that, Tsunade walked in. Sasuke was wary of Tsunade, looking at her warily. Tsunade took the medical equipment from Shiro's hands, and then tore off the bandages on Shiro again. Then he looked at the wound. Raising Gan, you fought Jiraiya? Hearing this, Sasuke frowned. Is that why you treated me? Tsunade didn't answer, but began to use healing jutsu to speed up the self-healing of Sasuke's wound. With such a procedure, Sasuke's injury recovery speed will be much faster. Don't be so nervous, brat. I won't eat you. I've already treated that brat for you. Hearing that, Sasuke turned his head. How is Kimimaro doing? When it comes to this question, Tsunade's face is a bit uneasy. Just tell me what you have. If even Tsunade can't do anything, then Sasuke can't do anything either. It can only be said that temporarily helped that kid recover. The problem of stretching him can't be solved in 10 or 2 days. There is no cure for the blood-inherited disease, unless you give up his blood-inherited limit. But doing so seems to be tantamount to killing him. Zero seeking flowers. Sure enough, it will not be that simple. But if Tsunade says that, then Kimimaro seems to really have no choice. If you want to keep saving him, I'm afraid from now on, you have to provide him with chakra every day. Otherwise, one day, his consumption can't keep up with his recovery, and he will still die. Daily chakra. Is Kimimaro's illness so serious? Sasuke sighed. It was when Tsunade was nearing the end of his treatment. Suddenly, Sasuke seemed to think of something. Wait, you just said, give him chakra every day or he'll die, right? Hearing this, Tsunade nodded. That's right. Dead bone pulse. Kirigakure Hui Uruchi clan's blood succession boundary. Their clansmen usually appear to be physically strong and powerful in combat. And Kimimaro is the best among them. He can control the bones of the body according to his own will. He can control everything related to bone cells. This also causes his body to recover and not keep up with consumption. Dead bone pulse consumes his strength all the time. So the more he uses the power of the blood succession boundary, the weaker he will be until he finally dies. If you want to save him, you have to provide him with extra chakra every day. Of course, this is only if he doesn't continue to use the blood succession limit. Provides chakra every day while still not using the bloodline limit. In other words, it is estimated that more chakra will be needed if the blood follower limit is used. This is obviously not shown every day, and it is impossible for Kimimaro to give up his fighting ability. Otherwise, his existence would be useless to Orochimaru. So what Kimimaro needs is a lot of chakra to compensate for his physical weakness. What if let Juima Lucheng become Jinchuriki? Doesn't that mean it solves the problem? Maybe it's really worth a try. Tailed Beast chakra can also enhance self-healing ability, and Dead Bone Pulse itself has self-healing ability. Once the combination of the two is successful, Kimimaro will become an even more terrifying Ninja 1000. Chapter 140, Opening the Sealed Book. What's going on with Kimimaro now? Sasuke asked Tsunade. There is no problem anymore. He just needs to sleep a little, and he can wake up. However, the best advice for you guys is to tell him not to continue to use blood succession boundary. Hearing this, Sasuke nodded. Get up Tsunade also finished the treatment for Sasuke. Jiraiya, how are they doing? Hearing this, Sasuke sneered. I don't know. Naruto went berserk when I left. Jiraiya probably went to stop the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, who went berserk. As for whether he succeeded in stopping it in the end, I don't know. Tsunade frowned. Jinchuriki runaway. Jiraiya to suppress the runaway Jinchuriki? This doesn't sound right at all. Now that I understand 020, it should be this brat in front of me who intentionally made Nine-Tails Jinchuriki go berserk. Then let Jiraiya go to suppress the runaway Jinchuriki, and he can take the opportunity to leave. Thinking of this, Tsunade's gaze at Sasuke also became cold. Uchiha Sasuke, why are you doing this? You can leave directly. Jiraiya's body is already like that. He can't last long at all. He may die if he suppresses Nine-Tails. So what? Sasuke said coldly. Even if Jiraiya is dead, it doesn't have much to do with Sasuke. Besides, even if this guy doesn't die now, he will die when he is sleepy. The people of the Uchiha clan are all bastards. Tsunade snorted coldly, turned around, and left. At the same time, let go of the last ruthless sentence. Now I can go. If you still want to keep me here, then come and try. This time, no matter what you want, I will accompany you to the end. If possible, of course it would be best to keep Tsunade. Sasuke was also very interested in Tsunade's Baihao technique, but Orochimaru's words made Sasuke dispel this cold head. As one of Sannin, Tsunade should return to Konoha as Hokage, according to the plot of the original book. And now Jiraiya doesn't know if she has suppressed Naruto. Even if Naruto, who suppressed the runaway, is not in a good state. In such a situation, even if he was still alive, he might not have half his life. Konoha's current 5th Hokage does not know who it is. In this case, Jiraiya naturally has no way to take up the position, so the 5th Hokage is likely to be snatched by Danzo. This is not what Sasuke wants to see. Thinking of this, Sasuke looked at Tsunade. You can go. Tsunade didn't expect that Sasuke didn't even say thank you. It's best not to carry this BD into my old lady's hands. Tsunade left, and Sasuke in the room looked at the sealed book in the corner. Tsunade didn't seem to notice this thing just now. Sasuke looked down at his wound. It's still too careless. To be precise, his own is too weak. Improving his strength is now the most urgent thing for Sasuke. Kimimaro is safe for the time being. As for finding a way to help Juima Lucheng become Jinchuriki, it doesn't take a while to completely solve the problem of his blood-inherited disease. Kimimaro's state has been restored. As long as he doesn't fight to the death with a powerful ninja, there will be no problem. Wait until I improve my strength, help Kimimaro catch the tail beast, and let him become a Jinchuriki. Then Kimimaro is completely reborn. At that time, a Jinchuriki with dead bone pulse will become so strong. Sasuke feels a little unimaginable now. Take out the sealed book and unzip it directly. The first technique that appeared in front of Sasuke multiple shadow clone technique. This forbidden technique is probably the lightest in this sealed book. However, although it is the lightest technique, the actual effect of this technique is also very terrifying. If you are not careful, you may die yourself. This technique is of little help to me. Sasuke's chakra is not enough to support Sasuke to use Shadow Clone to practice or something. Fighting is even more impossible. The more chakra you share, the more shares you will share. It is best for the user to use a monster with a little more chakra. Otherwise, no matter how many points are divided, it will not have much effect. Continue to look down. The Book of Seals does record the forbidden technique, but it's not just the forbidden technique. There are also many ninjutsu of second Hokage, Tobirama. After all, for Tobirama, who likes to study ninjutsu, his own jutsu is also very powerful. Water style, or water style Sasuke was a little speechless, thinking that the Book of Seals was all suppressed. I didn't expect there to be escape techniques. But water style, it's okay. Sasuke has just mastered the nature transformation of the water attribute. Bringing the Book of Seals, Sasuke went directly to the training ground specially prepared for Sasuke by Orochimaru. Although this is an underground space, there are still drains in this training ground, and it would be nice if there were drains. Sasuke looks at the first water-style ninjutsu. Water-style ninjutsu by second Hokage, Senju Tobirama. Water-style water barrier. The defensive effect of this water-style ninjutsu is very good. At the same time, it can be cast quickly anywhere. Sasuke took a look and started to try. First try. The jet of water is not too big. It can block a primary fire style at most. At this time, the four Onin who heard the movement also leaned over. See Sasuke, who is learning water style. The four felt a little surprised. As a ninja who is very strong in both lightning style and fire style, why did he suddenly start learning water style? What is the use of water style? 5.1, especially seeing the little stream of water sprayed by Sasuke, which can be used to water flowers and so on. Fighting? Forget it. This level of water style is just so funny. However, the next second, Sasuke started the second release. Water style water barrier. Boom! The instantaneous burst of water swept away like a flood, submerging most of the training ground in an instant. The surrounding drains are being overworked. The eyes of the Onin 4 stared directly into Copper Bells. Is this the change before and after? So big? Just now you had a little water flow. Why suddenly now? The 4 of them were a little dazed, expressing that they couldn't understand it, but after watching it, they soon realized what a monster-level talent was. Chapter 141 Water Style Training. Congratulations to host for learning new ninjutsu Water Style Water Barrier. Getting started, Sasuke stopped the release of the Jinin technique and watched the prompt popped up by the system. This level is just for beginners. The level of entry cannot meet the requirements of Sasuke. At least it must be the level of Grandmaster. Continue. Not seal. Release ninjutsu. Sweeping water. The roar continued to sound in this training ground. Every time Sasuke's ninjutsu is released, it can make the 4 Onin feel very incredible. Every time Sasuke releases ninjutsu, which is visible to the naked eye, he can improve. This speed of improvement is simply unacceptable. At the beginning, Sasuke's ninjutsu release seemed very jerky, but as Sasuke's proficiency increased, it was basically a blink of an eye. Sasuke's water style is released in style. We can even say the Onin foresaw with their own eyes a guy who knew nothing about water style. In the blink of an eye, it seems to be a water style master. Watching Sasuke release the water flow out of thin air and form a powerful 0-8 water column to block in front of him. This level of defense is obviously able to easily defend against most fire styles. The power of water style can be seen from 2 points. One is water flow. The more terrifying the water flow, the stronger the power of this water style. The second is to look at the speed of the water flow. The power produced by the different speeds of the water flow is also different. At first there was no sound of running water, but 10 minutes passed. After Sasuke unleashed dozens of water-style jutsu, everything changed. Boom, boom, boom. When Sasuke released the water barrier again, he could clearly hear the roar of the water. Under such circumstances, the four of them were completely dumbfounded. Is this kind of talent? Is human beings capable of possessing it? Seeing a person with his own eyes, from knowing nothing about ninjutsu to a ninja who specializes in water style, it only took him more than 10 minutes during this period. It's no wonder Master Orochimaru values this guy so much. This astonishing talent is indeed not something ordinary people can possess. Water Style Water Barrier Grandmaster. Go from starter to Grandmaster in less than 10 minutes. The speed of improvement is not uncomfortably fast. While continuously releasing water style, Sasuke only felt that his chakra consumed about 2/3. There's about a third left. Take a break with your legs crossed and perform a chakra rinse to speed up chakra recovery. There are still many water-style ninjutsu waiting for Sasuke. In this sealed book, it seems that all the ninjutsu of Second Hokage are recorded in it. Next, there are water-style Water Dragon Bomb, water-style Water Rush Wave, water-style Water Severing Wave, water-style Water Severing Wave, water-style Heaven Cry, water-style Big Explosion Water Surge. These water-style ninjutsu, even with Sasuke's talent, it is impossible to master them all in one day. It is possible to master it, but I want everything to reach the level of a grandmaster. I'm afraid it's a bit difficult. If others know Sasuke's thoughts, they will probably not be able to help complaining. Ordinary people even learn a ninjutsu. It takes several days, and even the more powerful ninjutsu, the longer it takes to learn. Sometimes being able to master a new ninjutsu in a month is already considered a talent. However, Sasuke can easily cast it just by looking at it. Such a talent is unbelievable. And Sasuke also wants to upgrade all ninjutsu to the most basic Grandmaster stage. In other words, within 10 minutes, Sasuke required his ninjutsu attainments to be comparable to the level of Chunin who specializes in this escapism. And yet he did. Congratulations to host for mastering the new ninjutsu water-style Water Dragon Bomb. Beginner. Congratulations to the upgrade of host ninjutsu mastery level water-style Water Dragon Bomb. Grandmaster, even 4 people. Have you learned another ninjutsu? It's not just about learning it. It's about raising a ninjutsu to an extraordinary level in less than 10 minutes. If I hadn't seen with my own eyes that ninjutsu can be learned in this way, I would never believe that someone can master ninjutsu at this speed. Perhaps this is the difference between geniuses and ordinary people. The 4 of them looked at Sasuke now with numb eyes. Water-style Water Shock Wave getting started. Water-style Water Wave upgrade to Grandmaster. Water-style Entry Grandmaster. Water-style Water Severing Wave getting started Grandmaster. Water-style Heavenly Cry Entry Grandmaster. Water-style Big Explosion Water Shockwave Entry Grandmaster. After mastering 6 water-style ninjutsu in a row, Sasuke feels that he is now mastering water-style ninjutsu faster and faster. If it weren't for the release of ninjutsu in the middle, a lot of chakra was consumed. If Sasuke needs to wait for the water to drain away and restore chakra at the same time, the time could be shortened even more. Originally, Sasuke felt that his chakra amount should be pretty good. After all, the amount of chakra I have now is several times that of Kakashi. After using water style, Sasuke felt a problem. It turned out that water style consumed chakra so much. Unlike fire style and lightning style, the chakra consumed to release water style is simply different. Release water style ninjutsu in places without water. Basically, every ninjutsu at 140 will consume twice as much chakra before it can be released. Although the same water style doesn't look very good, the power of water style is extraordinary. The same fire style and water style collide, then there is no doubt that water style will win. After learning so much water style ninjutsu, Sasuke also plans to put water style ninjutsu aside for the time being. I want to learn some other ninjutsu. However, the next technique of the Book of Sealing caught Sasuke's interest. Water style Hard Vortex Water Blade. This water-style ninjutsu works just like the water version of Rasengan. But the shape is different. Like a javelin formed by water flow, it will wrap one arm of the caster. Use the terrifying penetrating power formed by the rapidly rotating water to attack the enemy. At the same time, when it hits the enemy, it explodes to form a huge water flow Uzumaki. Then use the centrifugal force or the squeezing tearing, and other abilities of the water to crush and tear the enemy's body. The power is astonishing. Ninjutsu Rank S. This water-style ninjutsu is interesting. Water style is a very suitable ninjutsu for Sasuke. After all, if Sasuke uses lightning style, it can also form compound ninjutsu attacks with water style. Hard Eddy Water Blade with Chidori. I am afraid that the power will be even higher. This water style ninjutsu must be learned. Chapter 142, The Strongest Water Style Ninjutsu, Hard Vortex Water Blade. I didn't expect there to be such a water style ninjutsu. Sasuke felt an inexplicable excitement right now. Although the chakra in the body has been tossed by these ninjutsu, the back and forth consumption of Sasuke's chakra has slowed down a lot. But now Sasuke still doesn't plan to stop. Perform another chakra refinement to speed up the recovery of chakra. The Odin and four people watch Sasuke continue. Is this guy a monster? It's been a day. He's practiced ninjutsu all day, and his chakra hasn't run out yet. It's not a matter of chakra being exhausted or not. Won't this guy be tired? Even if it's made of iron, he won't be able to sustain such crazy practice. But this guy is still able to continue. As the chakra fluctuations on Sasuke became more and more intense, Sasuke's chakra volume returned to a full state again. And after feeling Sasuke's chakra recovered, the faces of the four became a little pale again. They feel tired just looking at it, but Sasuke, who is the person involved, doesn't seem to feel this way. Still looking radiant. It seems that practicing ninjutsu is not tiring at all. After recovering chakra, Sasuke began to practice hard Eddy Water Blade. There are quite a few prints of this number. Hundreds of prints. Just looking at the knot seal, one can clearly understand that this is probably an extremely terrifying number. It's not just as simple as an A-level ninjutsu. It's also an S-level ninjutsu. Sasuke's seal movement is very skillful. Even if there are hundreds of seals, it is only a matter of 10 seconds for Sasuke. Finish printing easily. Next second, swish. The sound of turbulent running water sounded, and the water flowing out of nowhere surrounded Sasuke's right arm, spread from shoulders to wrists. In the blink of an eye, a terrifying current of high-speed, swirling water was formed. It looked like it was just a thin layer of running water covering Sasuke's arm. But even with such a thin layer of water, its power is not as weak as it seems. Sasuke raised his hand and slammed it hard against the wall, and the formed water gun touched the wall at the moment. Cut the wall as easily as cutting tofu. Immediately afterwards, Sasuke controlled the water gun and slammed into the wall. However, the next second, boom! A terrible roar suddenly erupted. In an instant, it spread instantly, and a huge water storm swept across the wall crazily. The roar became more and more deafening. The Odin and four ninjas looked at the terrifying water storm in front of them, and then recalled how vulnerable they were before. The power of this technique is too different from what it looks like on the surface. It is simply a sky and an underground. The contrast is too strong. How could there be such ninjutsu? The spreading water storm basically almost covered the entire training ground. Wait until the roar dies down. The four Inrin looked in that direction again, only to see that the entire wall was completely destroyed. The wall with a thickness of about 5 or 6 meters was almost broken through, and the traces of water blade cutting can be seen everywhere in the entire training ground. Basically, there is not a single intact place in the entire training ground. The eyes of the four were full of horror. Some of them don't quite understand what the situation is, that unexpectedly, such terrifying power erupted. Is this also water style? Never seen such a powerful water style. At this time, let alone the four Odinin, even Sasuke himself was very surprised. As expected of the technique developed by Second Hokage, the power of this water style is extraordinary. Sasuke smiled, and at this time a person suddenly appeared. Sasuke, that was just now. Orochimaru, who suddenly appeared behind Sasuke, was staying at the base for a while, but he was startled suddenly by the movement Sasuke made. He hurried over to check, and at the same time, he happened to see the scene of the hard vortex water blade erupting. Even Orochimaru was shocked by such a water style. It is indeed a terrible technique. The technique in the sealed book. The power is not bad. Sasuke smiled. Congratulations to host for learning new ninjutsu water style, hard vortex water blade, beginner. There is another trump card, but the mastery level of this technique is still too low. You have to take the time to raise the mastery level of this technique to at least Grandmaster. However, the amount of chakra consumed by this technique is not ordinary. 3 times more chakra than Chidori consumes. With Sasuke's current amount of chakra released at most 3 times in a row, I am afraid that there is less than 1/3 of the chakra left in his body. In other words, the current Sasuke can cast this spell at most 3 times. Although the power is amazing, the amount of chakra consumed is equally astonishing. Sasuke felt helpless. After all, the amount of chakra is still too small. If it is like Naruto, I am afraid there is no need to worry about this problem. In addition, the water style is almost mastered, and there are still a lot of forbidden techniques in the sealed book waiting for Sasuke to learn. The most important thing about these techniques is probably that they require a huge amount of chakra. Otherwise, after learning, each technique can only be used once or twice to exhaust chakra. The situation for Sasuke was even more severe when the real battle happened. The amount of chakra has to continue to increase. While Sasuke was thinking, the system pops up a new prompt. Host, please upgrade to special Genin level as soon as possible reward. Chakra volume increase, okay? Drowsy meets the pillow. I just wanted to increase the amount of chakra. And now the system directly gives such a reward, which is good. The amount of chakra increased, although the system did not say how much it increased. But the rewards of the system usually surprise Sasuke. The amount of chakra I want to increase will not be too small. It seems that Mr. Sasuke is really talented, and he learned the ninjutsu in the Book of Seals so quickly. Orochimaru looked at Sasuke with a hint of admiration in his eyes. Since this is the case, I won't disturb Sasuke-kun's cultivation. By the way, thank you Sasuke-kun for letting Tsunade go. She's done her best with Kimimaro. Speaking of Kimamaro's question, Sasuke just wanted to ask Orochimaru about his own idea, whether it is feasible or not. Wait, Orochimaru, I have an idea about healing Kimimaro. Idea? Treat Kimimaro? Even Tsunade couldn't do anything about it. But Sasuke thought of a way? This made Orochimaru curious. What kind of method? If Gyuuma Lucheng becomes Jinchuriki, do you think his blood disease can be cured? Orochimaru's surprise. What? Chapter 143, the idea of catching tailed beasts let Gyuuma Lucheng become Jinchuriki? Sasuke's idea surprised Orochimaru. What is going on in this person's mind? How could he think of making Gyuuma Lucheng Jinchuriki just to solve Kimamaro's blood-inherited disease? This is too outrageous. Doesn't Sasuke know that tailed beasts are treasures in every village? For the entire ninja world, it is equivalent to a nuclear weapon. In this case, in order to solve a mere blood disease, it is necessary to find a way to catch the tailed beast. It's like hitting a mosquito with a cannon. But after thinking about it, according to Tsunade, although Kimamaro's blood succession boundary has the ability to heal itself, but because Kimamaro's consumption is more than his recovery, that's why he has this special blood-inherited disease. So at this stage, if Kimimaro wants to continue to use the blood successor limit, someone must continuously input chakra for him every day. Only in this way can Kimimaro maintain the status quo. Although he cannot recover immediately, he will not die immediately. According to Sasuke, instead of having people inject chakra into Kimimaro every day, it is better to find a tailed beast to seal it into Kimimaro's body. Let Gyuuma Lucheng become Jinchuriki, so that there is an existence of infinite energy. Provide chakra to Kimimaro every moment, and the super 150 recovery ability of tailed beast can also strengthen Kimimaro's self-healing ability. Maybe it can directly make Kimimaro have a qualitative leap. The strength is left to become the top monster in the ninja world. Thinking of this, Orochimaru's expression changed rapidly, and after several consecutive changes, Orochimaru's eyes shone. Mr. Sasuke, your idea is really surprising. If you really let Gyuuma Lucheng become Jinchuriki, then maybe his blood-inherited disease may really be cured. The tailed beast might just be Kimimaro's best medicine. Speaking of which, Orochimaru also looked a little excited. although his hands cannot be used at present. If Kimamaro's blood disease can be solved, then the Kimamaro would immediately be the perfect container. Of course, there is no way to compare it with the container of Sasuke. After all, Sasuke's own terrifying talent makes it impossible for Sasuke to be surpassed by anyone. But Kimamaro's bloodline is no worse than Sasuke's Uchiha bloodline, even more in line with Orochimaru's heart. I also heard Tsunade say that I need to input chakra to ensure Kimamaro's normal activities. Orochimaru nodded. This idea is indeed very good, but there is a question. Has Mr. Sasuke ever thought that catching tailed beasts is not so simple? Hearing this, Sasuke smiled. There are many sealing techniques in the Book of Seals. Sealing a tailed beast is not a problem at all. Forehead. Orochimaru was speechless. Did he mean the issue of sealing the tailed beast? He was talking about the tail-grabbing beast. First of all, not to mention how strong the tail beast is. With Sasuke and him, even Orochimaru can't use his hands now. Orochimaru didn't feel any difficulty in dealing with tailed beasts. Tail grabbers are easy, but the problem is what happens next. After the tailed beast caught it, it was not that simple. First of all, the target of the Akatsuki organization seems to be the tailed beast. If a tailed beast is caught, the Akatsuki organization will definitely come to the door. Secondly, tailed beasts belong to the major ninja villages, and no ninja village can turn a blind eye to such a thing. At that time, all the ninjas in the entire village will definitely be mobilized to capture the tail beast. If that happened, even Orochimaru would have to be worried. After all, 2 fists are hard to beat against 4,000. Sasuke-kun, what I'm talking about is, after catching the tailed beast, the ninja village that owns the tailed beast will definitely not let it go. We're afraid that we will be targeted by all the ninja villages in the ninja world. Speaking of which, Orochimaru thinks that Sasuke should have understood the horror. But Sasuke said with a face of indifference, "So what? Even if that's the case, I'll capture the tailed beast." Orochimaru moved his mouth to continue speaking, but finally closed his mouth after seeing Sasuke's determined gaze. Sasuke's wind seems to be stronger than he imagined. If this is the case, then he can wait and see what Sasuke's wind will make the ninja world look like. Will it really work if you seal the tailed beast into my body? Suddenly, a strange voice sounded. Sasuke and Orochimaru were not too surprised, because the two of them had felt this breath before. And it feels incredible that there are so many Odanin for people. When will another person come? Looking in the direction of the sound, Kimamaro was standing in that direction. At the entrance of the training ground, looking at Sasuke. Kimamaro had already woken up and wanted to thank Sasuke face to face, but Sasuke had been practicing. After seeing Tsunade, he ran to the training ground immediately. Kimamaro didn't want to disturb Sasuke, thinking about waiting for Dong to finish thanking Sasuke. But Sasuke made a big noise. He couldn't help but come over curiously to take a look. But he didn't expect to hear such amazing news just by looking at it. My blood-inherited disease is still cured, but the price is a little bit high. He actually needs to capture the tailed beast, seal it into his body, and make himself a Jinchuriki. Kimamaro naturally knew what Jinchuriki was. Whether it works or not, you will know if you try it. The answer given by Sasuke made Kimamaro dumbfounded. He knew what it means to try it. Do you think you were a guinea pig? But Kimamaro could clearly feel Sasuke's heart. I saved Sasuke once, but it was only because of the order of Lord Orochimaru. He didn't want to save Sasuke at all, and now Sasuke has made such an effort for himself. This made Kimamaro very grateful to Sasuke. Thanks. Lowering his head, Kimamaro thanked softly. Sasuke waved his hand. I don't need to say these words. When you set off to catch the tail beast, you have to pay 10,000. Certainly, but I have to wait a few days before trying to find a way to catch the tailed beast. When catching tailed beasts, it is also necessary to pay attention to whether to catch a giant beast. This is also a question worth thinking about. The power of the tailed beast is too weak. What if it is not enough to make Kimamaro's blood disease get better? That would be bad. However, it is not so easy to catch a tailed beast that is too powerful. Chapter 144 Nature Transformation Practice. See the way Sasuke seems to have made up his mind. Orochimaru finds it more and more interesting now that he thinks about it. It seems that he keeps setting off all kinds of storms. It's more interesting to watch other people stir up the wind and cause the whole ninja world to change the whole world. Mr. Sasuke, if you decide, you can tell me which tailed beast you want to capture, and I will help you collect information if possible. Hearing this, Sasuke turned cold. What is this? Orochimaru is going to be your secretary? It would be nice to have support staff like Orochimaru. After all, Orochimaru has no other abilities. The ability to dig holes and build bases is very powerful. The whole ninja world doesn't know how many Orochimaru's laboratories are, and this guy is also subordinate everywhere. All of them are strong, and it is really not difficult for Orochimaru to collect information. Okay, I'll think about it first. Saying that, Orochimaru smiled. Seeing Orochimaru's attitude towards Sasuke, Kimimaro, and Oden couldn't help thinking about it. Could this be raising Sasuke-sama as his heir? Looking at Mr. Orochimaru, he looks like I will support you in everything you do. If it wasn't for cultivating heirs, I wouldn't be so tolerant towards Sasuke. But no matter whether he wants to cultivate Sasuke or not, Kimimaro is also sincerely grateful to Sasuke now. Thank you, Master Sasuke. After speaking, Kimimaro bowed deeply to Sasuke. This made Sasuke a little overwhelmed. Faced with this kind of thing, Sasuke is quite shy. Okay, if you want to say thank you, I should say thank you. You don't need to do this. Sasuke's words made Kimimaro feel even more ashamed of Sasuke. He didn't intend to save Sasuke. He just wanted to fulfill the order of the big snake. But now Master Sasuke has paid so much for him. If you have any orders, Master Sasuke, just say it. After speaking, Kimimaro turned around and planned to leave. Seeing this, Orochimaru didn't say anything, and he also planned to leave. But at this time, Sasuke stopped Orochimaru. Master Orochimaru, Sasuke-kun, do you have any amazing ideas to say? Hearing this, Sasuke was speechless. I don't know if it's surprising or not, but there is one thing I want to ask. That is, I don't know how to cultivate the nature transformation of the earth attribute. Earth? Nature transformation of soil properties? Orochimaru was stunned for a moment. If he remembers correctly, the current Sasuke has mastered the nature transformation of the three attributes of fire, thunder, and water. For a ninja of the Chunin level, what Sasuke has mastered is already terrifying. And now he still wants to practice the nature transformation of the king attribute. Once practiced, Sasuke also mastered the nature transformation of the four attributes. Compared to his teacher, Sarutobi Hiruzen is only one category behind. Sasuke's ambition is a bit big. Want to become an all-powerful ninja like Sarutobi Hiruzen? Master 5 nature transformations and become the second ninja doctor? Mr. Sasuke, if there is no special purpose, the actual Chunin does not need to master a variety of nature transformation. Rather than waste time on this, it's better to practice the ninjutsu you have mastered. Orochimaru is indeed persuading with good intentions, but this matter is not considered by Sasuke at all. I know, but needless to say, I just want to know how to cultivate the nature transformation of attributes. Seeing this, Orochimaru naturally stopped talking. Sasuke seems to have made up his mind. There is no room for negotiation. Well, since this is the case, then I won't say more. It is also very simple to cultivate the nature transformation of the king attribute. Saying that, Orochimaru took a balloon out of his pocket. Feel free to blow up the balloon. Then place it in the palm of your hand, and the chakra surges. The balloon visible to the naked eye is changing, not that kind of morphological change. Is a structural change. A balloon gradually petrified, and finally turned into a stone that was pinched by Orochimaru. This is the nature transformation of the soil attribute, transforming other objects into soil. This kind of petrification is a successful cultivation. Speaking of which, Orochimaru wanted to add some questions about chakra, attributes, and nature transformation. 0. Seeking flowers. Sasuke has already taken the balloon he gave and started to practice. Transform the balloon's construction with chakra, turning it into stone. Completely changed its structure. This kind of thing is not so easy to complete. For beginners, it takes at least 5 days to complete this step. This is the prerequisite for the other party to cultivate the first attribute change. The further you go, Because the more nature transformation you master, the difficulty of practice will actually increase exponentially. Because when performing the corresponding nature transformation, the more changes you master, the easier it is to get confused. According to the situation of Sasuke's fourth nature transformation, I am afraid that in a few years, it is impossible to complete just this first step. Orochimaru looked at the unchanged balloon in Sasuke's hand. Sasuke-kun, practicing nature transformation is not that simple. I hope you will keep in mind what I just said. If it is not for any special reason, it is best to focus on the nature transformation practice you have mastered. Otherwise, it's easy to chew too much. Having said that, Orochimaru left. Leaving Sasuke alone in the training ground, he kept trying chakra nature transformation. Orochimaru estimated that Sasuke would give up before long. However, an hour later, Sasuke was sweating profusely, holding a stone with a smile on his face. Finally finished. Just the first balloon took Sasuke a full hour. It is simply unrealistic to compress the time to about 2 seconds. But Sasuke didn't think that he would spend such a long time the second time. At most, he should be able to complete the transformation in less than half of the time. Strive to successfully master the attribute of nature transformation before setting out to capture the tailed beast. In this way, the previous reward can be used, and he can get the wood-style blood inheritance limit. Once he gets the wood style, Sasuke is confident to take his pupil opening skills to the next level. During Sasuke's crazy practice, at the same time, a big event is happening in Konoha. Zhang. Chapter 145. Yamanaka has no tigers. Konoha. A week has passed since Sarutobi's death, and Danzo, who has always been eager to move, thought that he could become the fifth Hokage logically. However, Hamura and Mito strongly recommend Jiraiya as the fifth Hokage. Danzo was furious because of this, but there was nothing he could do. One of Jiraiya Sannin's qualifications, as an orthodox Hiruzen disciple, he is indeed qualified to inherit the position of Hokage. But Jiraiya refused without hesitation. This kind of thing made Jiraiya more angry than watching Jiraiya become Hokage. The position of dignified Hokage was rejected in such an understatement. Does this guy still have Konoha village in his eyes? Yuanran refuses to be Konoha's Hokage. If it's just that, Jiraiya actually said that he wanted to find Tsunade as Konoha's Hokage. This made the group 433 even more angry, and the disciples of Sarutobi Hiruzen became more and more arrogant. But it is true that Tsunade is more qualified than Jiraiya. After all, as the granddaughter of the first generation and also one of the Sannin, she has nothing to say about her strength. Identity is also understandable, but Jiraiya's attitude of wanting to decide who will be in charge of Konoha Hokage in a few words makes Danzo very unhappy. One must know that he longed day and night to become Hokage, but was thwarted in every possible way. However, the position of Hokage is at his fingertips, but he has to refuse in every possible way. They even have to find a woman, a Hokage, who has already left Konoha for some reason and went to the big woman as Ye. You are pushing Konoha into the abyss step by step. Danzo, who left a harsh word, could only leave in despair. However, Hamura and Mito have no problem with this, and Tsunade has no problem as Konoha's Hokage. But if there is no accident, it will be time for an accident. Jiraiya went back to the village, but unfortunately Tsunade was not found. It's fine if it's just like this, but Jiraiya was seriously injured and fell into a coma. Strictly speaking, he was brought back by Naruto. Inside Konoha Hospital, Naruto was extremely annoyed. It's all because of me. If it weren't for my rampage and out of control, Pervy Sage won't fight me forcibly just to stop me. It made his already heavy injury even more serious. Naruto, who was sitting on the bench in the aisle, couldn't stop himself from sliding out. Kakashi and others on the side looked at Naruto silently. I couldn't keep Sasuke. I'm really a waste. I'm still the tail of the crane. I can't do anything well. Whether it's Sasuke or Pervy Sage, it's all because of me. Little Sakura looked at Naruto and didn't know how to comfort him. Kakashi has no way to do it now and can only temporarily let Naruto vent his emotions. This situation is undoubtedly worse for Konoha. Jiraiya, who was capable of serving as Hokage, is now seriously injured and unconscious. Depending on the situation, there is no way to wake up in a short time. After all, Jiraiya's injury this time is more serious than last time. The 3 bloody openings on the chest were torn open, and the bones and even the ribs were broken. It is already a miracle that Jiraiya is still alive under such circumstances. It is conservatively estimated that it will be impossible to recover within a year or so. However, it is difficult for Konoha now. There is no suitable candidate to succeed Hokage as a big country in the ninja world. If there is not a ninja with enough fame and strength to serve as Hokage, then unnecessary turmoil can quickly be caused. The daimyo of the country of fire can't help but do something to Konoha. Although the relationship between Ninja Village and Fire Country is superior and subordinate, as the only military force in Fire Country, Konoha is equivalent to the existence of the shogunate. The daimyo is just a puppet who can enjoy the glory and wealth. But on the real issue, it was Hokage who decided. So once Konoha loses Hokage, it will be a major crisis for the whole village. Now it's time to send more ninjas to retrieve Tsunade. But Tsunade has been taken away by Orochimaru and Uchiha Sasuke, and his life and death are uncertain, and he doesn't even know whether he is dead or alive. I'm not in favor of sending more ninjas to find Tsunade in this situation. Orochimaru is also Sannin's powerful strength. We don't know where he is hiding, plus a Uchiha who has awakened Mangekyou Sharingan. If Konoha wants to save people, the price to pay will be extremely heavy. It's even possible that there will be no return. In Hokage's office, Konoha's Junins were arguing. The 2 consultants, Mito and Hamura, also frowned on this. This is the status quo of Konoha. There is no one who makes up his mind. As I said earlier, Jiraiya is unreliable, and neither is Tsunade. Even if Konoha is handed over to them, sooner or later it will be pushed into the abyss. During the speech, Danzo stood up slowly in the crowd. The current situation makes Danzo very happy, because all the people who are qualified to compete with him for the position of Hokage seem to have disappeared. Jiraiya is seriously injured, and Tsunade's whereabouts are unknown. Right now, Konoha needs someone to turn the tide, and it seems that this person can only be him. Danzo, what do you want to say? Mito and Hamura are not feeling well. What do I want to say? Don't you all know what I want to say? Konoha can only become stronger if it is handed over to me. The position of Hokage can only be held by the old man now. The Junins present were stunned for a moment. Although they all knew who Danzo was, they didn't know Danzo's strength. In terms of qualifications, Danzo is enough, but qualifications are not enough to become a Hokage. There must also be corresponding strength. A rather goofy Junin looked at Danzo scrutinizingly. I'm sorry, Danzo-sama. Although you have been working for Konoha for many years, and you are dedicated, but not everyone can be the Hokage. 3. If there is no corresponding strength, it is impossible. Danzo gave the idiot a cold look. This old man is also a disciple of Master Second Hokage. Are you questioning this old man's strength? Disciple of Second Hokage? Danzo-sama is actually the same as Third Hokage. By the way, it's no wonder that only Lord Danzo dared to contradict Lord Third Generation repeatedly. So they are brothers in the same school? Does Konoha still have such an old antique? A Konoha Junin were shocked. It seems that you all have no opinions. Then the Hokage old man will do his part. Hamura and Mito looked at the silent Junin, and now things turn bad. If Danzo is put in the position, I'm afraid it will be a big disaster. Chapter 146 Konoha is going to be messed up following the leader's voice fell. Immediately afterwards, ninjas emerged from all directions. Gather around the Hokage building. The atmosphere became much weirder in an instant. Danzo, what do you mean? The 2 advisors Hamura and Mito stood up suddenly and stared at Danzo fiercely. However, Danzo didn't care much about it and smiled. Don't get me wrong, I just said that I also have a lot of ninja support. At the same time, I chose the position of Hokage. The old man recommended me only out of helplessness. After all, there is no suitable candidate in Konoha today. Junin of Konoha, I don't know if you are willing to support me. Although it is said so, But look at Danzo's meaning. If you don't support him, you will be targeted by Danzo. Some Jonin looked outside at the densely packed root ninjas. Now Anbu's ninjas have suffered a lot of casualties in previous battles, and now there are no ninjas to lead. The ninja at the root was basically suppressed by 11. In this case, the ninjas of the Hokage faction basically have no idea of resistance. Danzo's majesty is also there. I would like to support Lord Danzo. As the first Jonin bowed his head, he began to show his support for Danzo. With the first comes the second. One after another, the Jonin in Hokage's office bowed their heads. However, there is a group of people missing. For example, Asuma and others did not come to the meeting because they are visiting Jiraiya in Konoha Hospital at the moment. Although they did not come to this meeting, they also had an idea of what the meeting would look like. Kakashi, this time Danzo, will probably take the opportunity to take Hokage's position directly. Asuma looked at Kakashi in front of him. His injury was almost healed. Kakashi nodded. Yeah, I also know something about Danzo's ambition. Then what should we do? Jiraiya-sama is in this situation. Tsunade-sama is nowhere to be seen either. Is it true that Konoha's Hokage position should be held by that person? Speaking of this kind of thing, Guy is also very serious. Hong frowned on the side. In terms of qualifications and strength, Danzo is indeed a suitable candidate. But this person is an ambitious guy. Let him become Konoha's Hokage Ninja War. Maybe there will be another Ninja War. Must. That's right. Mitarashi Anko also nodded. There are also ninjas from the Inuzuka clan and the Aburame clan. There are also all ninjas belonging to Kakashi and their Hokage circle. Of course, strictly speaking, there are Nara, Akamichi, Yamanaka, and even Hyuga supporters of the Hokage faction. But they are members of the Konoha family after all, so they cannot express their attitude at will. Because a little carelessness will ruin the family forever. So people like Lu Jio, Ding Zhuo, Hai Yi, and the others stayed behind closed doors, showing that they did not want to participate in this battle at all. No matter who becomes Hokage, the ninjas of their families will still be reused by Hokage. This is how the family survives. You can't put all your bets on one person. So even under Danzo's command, there are people from the Yamanaka clan and the Aburame clan. Just when several people were having trouble with this, suddenly Jonin Moonlight Gale suddenly appeared. Senior Kakashi is bad. Danzo has received the support of many Konoha Jonin and has basically determined the position of the next Hokage, who will be taken over by Danzo. What? One sentence directly stunned everyone present. Impossible. How could Master Hamura and Mito agree? Sarutobi Asuma asked in surprise. However, Yueguang Haifeng's expression was also ugly, and he shook his head regretfully. It's a daimyo. Because of his name, he chose to support Danzo. The daimyo really intervened in Konoha's affairs. Compared with the Fire Nation daimyo, what kind of promise did Danzo get? Or some kind of cooperation was reached between the two? That's why all the big names came out to support Danzo. There are some things that cannot be put on the surface. If either Jiraiya or Tsunade is in Konoha, they can directly and tactfully refuse the daimyo's kindness. But now there is no ninja who is strong enough to resist them, and the weight of support due to name has become a bit heavy. It stands to reason that the daimyo has no right to intervene in Konoha's Hokage, who is the problem. But these matters can be brought to the surface by the headquarters. Hateful. Asuma clenched her fists hard. I didn't expect Danzo to use this method. Doing so would set a precedent. Maybe this term Hokage, the daimyo can't do anything about him. But what about later? After the precedent is established, in the future, Konoha's Hokage selection must refer to the opinions of the daimyo. It's fine if the daimyo agrees, but what if the daimyo chosen by Konoha doesn't agree? What should we do then? Don't you care about daimyo's opinion? That is obviously impossible. After all, once there are precedents for some things, then the only thing to do in the future is to follow the previous examples. Is this guy Danzo an idiot? Put a shackle on Konoha. Even Hong couldn't help cursing. One can imagine how angry Kakashi and others are now. The corridor outside Jiraiya's ward suddenly became very quiet. Everyone was silent. Even if they want to change the situation, there seems to be no way at all. Damn it, if Jiraiya-sama didn't say that, where would it be Danzo's turn to speak now? Guy is very helpless. However, It is useless to say such words at this time. Swish! Suddenly, another Chunin appears. It was Genma Shiranui, the examiner for the Chunin exam. Senior Kakashi came back? What came back? Master Tsunade is back. Hearing the word Tsunade, everyone's eyes brightened. The haze on his face was swept away. What you said is true? Asuma shook Genma's arm, holding on to it. Genma nodded affirmatively. I have just received a summons from Konoha. Your gate guard on the street, Master Tsunade, has returned to the village. Great, Kakashi, it's calm now. Asuma smiled. However, Kakashi's face quickly changed from joy to ugly. Calm. The things that are within your reach are right in front of you. But there is a sudden change. Maybe this is not calm, but the prelude to the storm. Konoha is going to be messed up. Chapter 147. New Blood Successor Boundary. With style, Kakashi glanced at the others. Seeing that they all had smiles on their faces, they seemed to be very happy. Kakashi silently sighed inwardly. Let's go. Go see Master Tsunade, the current Konoha. It is the best result for Master Tsunade to preside over the overall situation. What will happen to Konohas tomorrow? At this moment, Kakashi has no idea. Danzo won't let go that easily. The position of Hokage is within easy reach. Telling him to get out at this time is worse than killing him. There seemed to be a thick layer of haze over Konoha at this moment. At the same time, in the base of Inin village, a stone in Sasuke's hand was crushed casually. Looking at the rock powder scattered all over the place. The whole day, Sasuke is crazily practicing the nature transformation of the soil attribute. However, this process is much more difficult than Sasuke imagined, and the cultivation of nature transformation is not so easy. What's more, Sasuke is the fourth nature transformation. The difficulty is super doubled. In the original book, it took 2 full days for Naruto to use plugins and shadow clone technique to practice the nature transformation of the wind attribute. And Sasuke alone, or practice the 4 nature transformations. Orochimaru originally predicted that it would be impossible for Sasuke to practice the 4th nature transformation without a year or a half. An extremely difficult task even with Sasuke's talents. However, one day, Sasuke has already completed the nature transformation of the soil attribute. The rock powder scattered all over the place is the best answer. Every balloon is continuously petrified by Sasuke. Even the petrified balloon directly turned into a solid stone. The hardest part of this training isn't petrifying the balloon. Instead, fill the space inside the balloon and let chakra perform the nature transformation of the earth attribute, so that the space inside the balloon can be slowly filled step by step. At the same time, this process cannot be stopped. Once stopped, the petrified balloon will be interrupted. Once interrupted, the balloon will burst. This time, the nature transformation training failed. White has been guarding Sasuke. After watching Sasuke train in nature transformation all day, she was completely intimidated by Sasuke's terrifying talent. As a ninja of the Ice Escape Blood Successor Boundary, Baika knows very well how difficult it is to condense a ball of ice out of thin air. That's how she came here at the beginning. She knows how difficult Sasuke's training is. You can watch Sasuke complete the nature transformation training of soil attributes bit by bit. Bai's heart was extremely shocked. Sasuke-sama's talent is really scary. It's so simple, the training of nature transformation has been completed. In one day, I have mastered a new nature transformation. If this continues, Master Sasuke, one day I will not be able to use my power at all. Because Sasuke's talent is too amazing. Even Bai has a sense of tool crisis. As if he would lose his effects soon. No, absolutely no such situation can occur. She also has to strengthen her training. Make yourself stronger so that one day you won't even be able to help Sasuke. Mastering the new nature transformation, Sasuke felt his chakra get heavier again. Chakra's power has been enhanced again. If it is the display interface of the game, it should be visible now. Sasuke's basic attributes have increased a lot. Whether it is speed and strength or defense, they have all been enhanced to a certain extent. But none of these enhancements matter to Sasuke. The most exciting thing for Sasuke now is that with style can finally be obtained. The previous reward, Blood Successor Boundary, can finally be obtained now. Sasuke now has chakra with 4 attributes, and there are many blood succession limits that Sasuke can choose. But other blood succession limits are not within the scope of Sasuke's consideration at all. Please host to choose a blood succession limit to obtain. Available to obtain blood successor boundary. Boil style, lava style, lawn done, wood style, explosion style. These are the available bloodline boundaries, although the other bloodline boundaries seem to be pretty good too. But I want wood style. Congratulations to host for obtaining blood succession limit. Wood style, because the host obtained the wood style blood succession limit. Defeat any tailed beast. You can get a reward wood style promotion practice method boundary of blood succession. Manjiki Sharingan, Phase 1, wood style, Phase 1, a new escapism appears, and it is still the wood style that I have been thinking about. At this moment, Sasuke felt that his body suddenly changed a little bit. Every cell in my body seemed to be breathing in and out of the air naturally. The body suddenly became a lot easier. The changes brought about by wood style are more than just allowing Sasuke to master a new evasion technique. At the same time, the changes in the body are huge. The self-healing ability possessed by wood style can allow the body of the capable person to recover super fast. Wood, plants and nature can breathe naturally and automatically. At this moment, Sasuke even seemed to feel a weak natural energy, as if being sucked into his body. But unfortunately, this energy dissipated for a while and quickly dissipated by itself. After having this feeling, Sasuke suddenly reacted. Could it be that Senju Hashirama relied on this ability to turn on Sage Mode, and he almost didn't have to worry about chakra consumption? Because wood style by itself is able to help Hashirama absorb the natural energy. There is no need to absorb natural energy by yourself or with Kurama like Naruto. The effect of wood style is more amazing than Sasuke imagined. If there is such an effect of automatically absorbing natural energy, then once Sasuke learns Sage Mode, he will open Infinite Chakra Mode. At that time, the inexhaustible natural energy will be used by Sasuke at will. However, it is not without limitations. Sasuke's wood style effect at this stage is probably the ability to absorb weak energy from nature, which can be almost ignored. This level, Li's, is probably not enough to condense Sage Mode. It seems that we need to continue to raise the level of the wood-style blood successor. Sasuke looked down at a small sapling slowly emerging from his palm. Sasuke-kun, your talent is really shocking! Exclamation point. Have you mastered the 4th nature transformation so quickly? Orochimaru's voice sounded. Sasuke hastily put away the wood style in his palm. Turn your head and look at Orochimaru approaching slowly. It's okay. It's not too difficult to master nature transformation. Is it not difficult to copy? Orochimaru was speechless. If an ordinary ninja heard Sasuke, he would probably vomit blood in anger. Give them a year or so, and they may not be able to master the 1st nature transformation, let alone the 4th. Come here, is there any news about the tailed beast? Orochimaru nodded. I found 2 tailed beasts, and I think it's better for you to decide which one to choose, Sasuke. Chapter 148, Determining the Target of Arrest. Which 2 tailed beasts? Orochimaru glanced at Shiro next to him, and then started talking. One is 3 tails. This tailed beast has gained freedom since the death of the previous Jinchuriki. Now it seems to be hiding somewhere, and the exact location is under investigation. The approximate location has been determined. If you want to capture 3 tails, it should be the easiest. 3 tails is indeed a good choice. 3 tails should be enough for Kimimaro too. The other one is Jinchuriki, the ninja lousy of Rock Shinobi. My information says that he has left the range of the Land of Earth and is performing a mission somewhere. So if you want to capture 5 tails Jinchuriki at this time, it is also a good choice. But Rock Shinobi's ninja lousy is not an easy guy to deal with. He is known as a steam ninja. At the same time, the location is not very sure. I probably found a few places where he is. You need to further investigate yourself to be sure. 1 3 tails, 1 5 tails. As for where the other tailed beasts are, it basically goes without saying. For example, 9 tails at 357 Konoha. Even if I say so, can I still go to Konoha to capture 9 tails? Obviously impossible. There are also some Jinchuriki who don't know where to go. Even Orochimaru doesn't mean that if you find each other, you can easily find each other. So now Sasuke can only choose 3 tails and 5 tails. At this time, Kimimaro also followed. Sasuke saw Kimimaro's figure. Catching the tailed beast to heal Kimimaro is now the best of both worlds for Sasuke. First of all, you can treat Kimimaro and repay this guy for saving himself. Secondly, the system also gives a task. Defeating any tailed beast can obtain the wood-style promotion practice method. Under such circumstances, finding the tailed beast is a matter of certainty. Even if it is not for Kimimaro Sasuke, he needs to find the tailed beast. Kimimaro, you came just in time. What's your opinion? As a party involved, Sasuke still has to refer to Kimimaro's meaning. However, Kimimaro looked at Sasuke. Sasuke-sama can decide. I don't have any special opinion. Okay. It seems that Kimimaro is putting himself in the same position as Orochimaru. Orochimaru didn't care about Kimimaro at all. Instead, look at Sasuke. So Sasuke-kun decides which tailed beast to attack. Hearing this, Sasuke frowned. 3 tails and 5 tails are 2 tailed beasts in terms of ability. 5 tails should be more helpful to Kimimaro. 5 tails with boil-style power can make Kimimaro's power even more amazing. Dead Bone Pulse is combined with boil-style weird power. The bonus of combat power is not as simple as 1 + 1 = 2. But for Rock Shinobi's ninja shot, first of all, the opponent's trace is still uncertain, and secondly, it is indeed more difficult to deal with. Sasuke has not yet started learning the sealing technique. As for how to extract the tailed beast from Jinchuriki's body and seal it into Kimimaro's body, Sasuke still doesn't know how to do it. Secondly, everyone is the one who can perfectly control the tailed beast. Even if it is successfully sealed into Kimimaro's body, it may not be that Kimimaro can perfectly control the power of the tailed beast. So in comparison, 3 tails is a little easier. After all, Jinchuriki's 3 tails has been lost, so it is easier for Kimimaro to surrender it. Then capture 3 tails. Hearing this, Orochimaru nodded. Okay, when Sasuke-kun wants to leave. Originally, Orochimaru thought that Sasuke would wait for a while, and Sasuke was still busy practicing the ninjutsu in the sealed book. I can't find time for a while, but what Orochimaru doesn't know is Sasuke's desire for wood style to advance to the practice method now. BBFD. Let's go now. I'm going to pack up, and we're leaving. Hearing that Kimimaro didn't think there was anything wrong, Orochimaru was quite surprised. Are you planning to go now? Was Sasuke so desperate to help Kimimaro? Thinking of this, Orochimaru feels a little weird. Master Sasuke, please take me with you this time no matter what. I suddenly asked. Sasuke nodded. Then let's go together. It is said to pack things, but in fact it is to add some ninja hidden weapons, detonating charms, military food pills, and so on. Simultaneously, Sasuke has to bring the most important thing with him, the Book of Seals. This thing Sasuke is worried about leaving him at the base of Inin village. Besides, Sasuke can also try to practice the sealing technique above when he is on the road. There are also many sealing techniques in the Book of Seals, many of which can be used to seal tailed beasts. What Sasuke needs is not to completely seal the power of the tailed beast, but to seal the will of the tailed beast so that the chakra of the tailed beast can be revealed. For use by Kimimaro. By the way, Mr. Sasuke, when you get there, someone will tell you where 3 tails is. There is also one of my bases in that place. You can use it as you like. I wish you success. Come to Sasuke at the base exit and look back at Orochimaru. Speaking of which, there is one more thing Sasuke wants to ask Orochimaru for help. By the way, Master Orochimaru, I also have something to ask for your help. Please help yourself? That's odd. Orochimaru was curious about what Sasuke wanted himself to do. I wonder if Master Orochimaru will let me sign a summoning contract with Richie Cave after I come back this time. Summoning beasts are of great help in battle. However, the meaning of this sentence is seen by Bai and Kimimaro, and the more chill is that Sasuke wants to learn from Orochimaru. And Orochimaru himself thinks so. But Sasuke didn't mean that. But Orochimaru, who understands this way, is obviously in a good mood. It would be nice to have someone like Sasuke in his footsteps. What kind of changes will the ninja trained by myself bring to the entire ninja world? Thinking about it makes me look forward to it. No problem. After Sasuke-kun comes back, we can start. Is it so easy to agree? Then after returning, sign a contract with Richie Cave, and Sasuke will be able to go to the Holy Land and learn Richie Cave's Sage Mode. The Sage Mode of the 3 Holy Lands plus the ability of the wood style to breathe autonomously and absorb natural energy. So now I don't have to worry about chakra anymore. At that time, Sasuke can also use enough chakra to realize more terrifying tricks in this world. Chapter 149, The Diligent Genius. The location Orochimaru gave to Sasuke and others is on an island in the country of water. It will take about a week to rush from Enin village. Of course, this is the normal rush speed if you go at full speed. Excluding the time needed to take a boat at sea, it only takes about 2 days to get there. Sasuke and the others were not too anxious, and they didn't have to hurry over there. On the way, Sasuke also used the time to start some training. In addition to obtaining the wood-style promotion practice method as soon as possible, Sasuke also needs to make his comprehensive evaluation reach Junin's level as soon as possible, according to previous experience. Then it is necessary to raise all the skills to a level comparable to Junin. That is the level of Xiaoqing, and want to raise all the skills to the level of Xiaoqing. This is not a simple matter. Even Sasuke's talent takes a lot of time. Every stage of leap represents a qualitative improvement. More practice is needed, and Sasuke has mastered many techniques. All must be upgraded to the level of Xiaoqing, which means that the more you learn, the more difficult it is for Sasuke to improve. Take Sasuke's fire style as an example. Among the fire style ninjutsu that Sasuke has learned, there is only one ninjutsu that has been strengthened. Fire style fire dragon explosion technique is a small level jutsu. All other fire style ninjutsu are grandmaster stage. It would take a week to upgrade all of these fire styles to the Xiaoqing level, conservatively estimated. And in the process of rushing, there will not be too much time for cultivation, and there are few places suitable for cultivation. The practice of fire style is also very dynamic. Not to mention there are other escape techniques. Sasuke's lightning style and water style have also learned a lot of techniques. I won't talk about earth style. I haven't learned ninjutsu yet. This one is fine. It is enough for Sasuke to spend a lot of time on the escapism of these 3 systems. At the same time, Sasuke also wanted to take into account the refining of chakra and the practice of Sharingan. There never feels like enough time. During the rush, Sasuke can only use it to improve his physical fitness. A weight specially made by Orochimaru. Originally, Sasuke scoffed at this way of cultivation, but now he has to say, the real one, carrying a load of hundreds of caddies. Even if it is just walking for a period of time, Sasuke's body functions are constantly being squeezed. Strength, speed, balance, and reaction ability have all been improved to varying degrees. It's nice to feel a little bit of progress, although the speed is a bit slow. But it is enough for Sasuke to be able to make use of the time on the road. Seeing that Sasuke didn't forget to practice even when he was on the road. Bai and Kimimaro silently labeled Sasuke as a cultivating madman. No wonder Sasuke has such strength at his age. Crazy training like Sasuke's has been nonstop, and even the time when he is on the road has to be used for training. Coupled with that kind of talent, it's hard not to become stronger, as Sasuke can only focus on polishing his body after training due to objective reasons. The astonishment of the excellent physique of the previous award seems to be reflected. No matter how hard the training is, even if you are exhausted, as long as it doesn't make Sasuke completely unconscious. Well, Sasuke just needs a short break and something to eat. It can restore about 1/3 of the physical strength. The recovery speed is very fast, just like the speed of recovering chakra. It seems that this excellent physique rewarded by the system, although it didn't directly turn me into a Zyokiang who is immune to death like Uzumaki or Senju. But when my body is close to the limit, the ability to recover is extremely powerful. As long as you eat enough, your body can quickly absorb the energy from food to restore your body's consumption. Not to mention the strength alone. Sasuke could feel his strength become stronger with the naked eye. A huge boulder weighing hundreds of caddies can already be easily lifted and thrown away without urging chakra. With such a speed of progress, if Shaolin knew about it, he might cry. For ninjas who specialize in taijutsu, the more Sasuke tortures himself, the faster his physique will improve, which is simply a dream. After strengthening his physique, Sasuke also discovered one more thing. As for flowers, his own wood style also seems to be slightly stronger. If this matter is changed to someone else, it probably won't be felt. But Sasuke has the super insight pupil technique, and he can see the changes in himself very thoroughly. Wood style has a slightly faster release. Even the unleashed wood style vines seem to be more alive. Are these changes all due to my enhanced physique? Physical enhancement can actually affect the power of wood style, the power of Yangdun? Sasuke suddenly thought of the question about Yangdun and Indun. Hashirama's wood style is very different from Yamato's wood style, and the most fundamental reason is not only related to the amount of chakra. Perhaps more importantly, Hashirama inherited Ashura chakra, and the most obvious effect brought by Ashura chakra is the extremely terrifying vitality. Life force may be a little incomprehensible, so let's put it another way, the power of Yangdun. The most important factor affecting the power of wood style is Yangdun. The enhancement of my physique means that my Yangdun is also enhanced, so its style becomes stronger. And if you think about it this way, then Sharingan seems to be just the opposite. Why are there so many Sharingans that only Madara and Sasuke Sharingan are so terrifying? The core reason may have something to do with Indun and Indra Chakra. Sharingan cultivation method, the enhanced spiritual energy, should be enhancing my Yin escape power. Then with Style's advanced cultivation method can probably directly enhance my body's energy, that is the power of Yang escape. Thinking of this, Sasuke got a little excited. At this time, Kimimaro suddenly stopped the boat. Master Sasuke, we're here. This is the destination. Hearing this, Sasuke came back to his senses and looked at it. At this moment, there was already a person standing on the shore who seemed to come to greet them. This woman looks like Gurren, the ninja from Crystal Style Blood Succession Limit. But after being surprised, Sasuke felt a little strange because this woman was full of murderous aura. It seems that I don't like to see myself. 3. Chapter 150. The reason for being jealous. Sasuke jumped off the boat and looked up at Gurren 10 meters away. Dusk. The wind blows slowly by the sea, and the golden light reflected from the resplendent coastline. It landed on Honglian's face. Let Honglian look extraordinary. Kimimaro also felt something was wrong with Gurren, and according to his understanding, Gurren was also a loyal servant of Orochimaru like him. Absolutely loyal to Lord Orochimaru. This time I came here to meet myself and the others, and I should have received the order of Master Orochimaru. But right now it looks like this guy is so angry. It's Uchiha Sasuke. There was a faint chill in his tone, as if this guy hated himself very much. Sasuke doesn't quite understand. He probably hasn't met the other party. 861. He doesn't have any communication with the other party. There is no relationship in the original work, just two strangers who have nothing to do with each other. But how could this guy be so impatient towards him? What is the situation? That's right, I'm Sasuke. Very good. Now let me see how amazing your most perfect container is. For a moment, Honglian made a direct move without any warning. This action made Kimimaro's expression change instantly. No matter what the reason was, he couldn't do anything to Master Sasuke. This guy is courting death. However, without waiting for Kimimaro to make a move, in the next second, an ice wall appeared halfway, stopping Honglian. Looking at the suddenly condensed ice wall, the cold air is still bubbling. For a split second, Honglian froze for a moment. Ice escape. Somewhat surprised, Gurren turned to look at Shiro. Bai, who made a seal with one hand, now drew out his 1,000 copies and stared at her fiercely. If you dare to speak insultingly to Master Sasuke again, or if you want to do something, then get ready. I will show no mercy to those who dare to offend Lord Sasuke. Honglian sneered. Is it up to you? It's just a mere ice escape. Whoosh! 1,000 copies were thrown out by directly. The speed and accuracy are very good, and Bai's strength is not just talking. However, the next second, beep, suddenly an ice crystal column appeared, directly blocking Honglian's front. Ding! Easily flicked by Kainben away. This kind of attack can't hurt me at all, is it? Bai frowned and started to seal again. In the next second, frost spread from Bai's feet, quickly sweeping towards Honglian. The ground along the way was instantly frozen. Seeing this scene, Honglian also did not show weakness, and her hands began to form seals quickly. Crystal-style Omi Watari technique. The moment the chakra wave erupted, dense crystal spikes emerged from the ground and rapidly expanded toward Bai. Bai's eyes narrowed slightly. What kind of blood inheritance limit is this? It is so similar to her ice escape, but the crystal breaks the ice crystal quickly, and the hardness of the two is not the same level at all. Bang, bang, bang. Hearing the sound of ice crystals shattering, he saw that the crystal spikes were about to spread to Bai's feet. Bai sealed again. Water-style, secret technique, dry, killing water xiang. The sudden white chakra fluctuation also erupted at the same time. In an instant, Kainben, formed by a large amount of water flow, swept away quickly towards the opponent. The densely packed Kainben with strong impact easily shattered these crystal spikes. For the first time, the confrontation between the two seemed evenly divided. Your ice escape blood successor boundary doesn't look very good. I need to use water style to block my attack, Honglian said with some pride. And Bai's complexion was a bit ugly, and she hadn't been able to develop much of Bing Dun's ninjutsu. The most important reason is that she has never systematically learned ninjutsu. These ninjutsu are all the techniques she brings in the blood succession boundary. And she just awakened this part of the memory, thus learning these techniques. If she can learn some ninjutsu systematically, it is not difficult to develop some ninjutsu using the ice shield. Humph. Ice Dun's power. You'd better not underestimate it. Ice escape, ice knife. Suddenly, Bai condensed an ice skate, and at the same time, Guren showed a smile. Crystal-style emerald knife. In the next second, a blade was condensed. The two women each held their weapons, glanced at each other, and rushed towards each other in the next second. When the blades collided together, making a crisp sound, it looked like neither of them would back down. Sasuke was speechless. The reason why Guren is angry Sasuke probably already understood. It seems that this woman is jealous of herself because she directly replaced her as Orochimaru's best container candidate. I didn't expect to be envied one day because of this kind of thing. Looking at Guren, who was still competing with Bai. Honglian is older than Bai, so she naturally has the upper hand in terms of strength. At the same time, Crystal Style is naturally stronger than Ice Escape in terms of hardness. But the most terrifying part of Ice Escape is not the hardness, but the low temperature. This silly girl Bai didn't know how to take advantage of this. You must know that if the temperature is low enough, what Crystal Style, no matter what crystal she makes, it will shatter when touched lightly. This is the horror of low temperature. And Bai Xian's current Bingdun obviously can't do this. If you continue to fight, Bai will inevitably suffer. Sasuke sighed softly, raised his hand, and threw out a kunai directly. Swish! The sudden burst of kunai made Honglian's brows tremble violently. Raise the emerald knife to block the front. 1.1 jingle. A crisp impact sounded, and the crystal knife shattered. But the bounced kunai just stabbed lightly to the ground. Bai still wanted to continue to attack. Sasuke stopped her. Come back, White. Hearing Sasuke's order, Shiro stopped. Sasuke glanced at Guren. Next second, ZZ. Thunder and lightning erupted instantly. Thunder raged on Sasuke's body, and the surrounding ground was directly burned by the raging lightning, scorching black marks one after another. In an instant, the aura released by Sasuke completely locked Guren. Guren felt the cold hairs all over her body stand up. If you still want to continue to make trouble, come to me. I'll play with you. Chapter 151, The Real Chidori Blade, watching the thunder raging from Sasuke. Guren was a little surprised. Lightning style? What is this lightning style ninjutsu? Why has it never been seen? Cover the whole body with lightning, and it can also be released to attack the surrounding ground. Such a situation is not something ordinary ninjas can do. You must know that just covering the body with lightning is not something that can be done easily. What's more, Sasuke also released lightning, which burned the surrounding ground into black traces. This also shows that Sasuke has reached a state of perfection in the control of thunder and lightning. At this age, she has studied lightning style to such an extent, Gurren can be considered to have initially felt the horror of Sasuke. But if that's all, he doesn't deserve to be the perfect vessel for Orochimaru's population. Boy, do you think this can scare me? Just lightning style. Saying that, Gurren raised her hand. Crystal style crystal shuriken technique. Countless ice crystal shurikens condensed out of thin air and then shot towards Sasuke rapidly. Like a Gatling machine gun 11, it fired at Sasuke crazily. I wanted to help. However, the next second Sasuke's lightning burst out instantly. Thousand birds flow, crackling. Zizizi. It was visible to the naked eye that the thunder and lightning instantly became more violent. Like a rising tide, thunder and lightning continuously surged around Sasuke's body and wreaked havoc. The roar of thunder and lightning was obviously more intense than before. The crystallized shuriken that came from the lasing were all shattered in the roar of thunder and lightning. As long as anyone comes into contact with Sasuke's lightning, it is impossible to be silent and directly crushed by the powerful lightning force. Sasuke stood there without even moving his hands. This kind of link seal is not needed, and the inexplicably powerful defensive ninjutsu is directly launched. It is still lightning-style defensive ninjutsu, blocking one's own attacks. The look of astonishment on Honglian's face was even more exciting. But she won't just give up. Gritting his teeth, he sealed again. I'd like to see what tricks you little brat has. Crystal-style crystal-breaking dragon technique. Crash. Suddenly crystallization appeared, instantly forming a red crystal dragon. Roaring and letting out a dragon roar, it slowly rose into the air from behind Honglian. Green knotted eyes stared at Sasuke. In the next second, he opened his huge mouth and hit Sasuke straight and fiercely from the air. The corners of Sasuke's mouth rose slightly. He raised his hand and pulled out the Kusanagi, sword on his back, instantly launching Chidori. The lightning directly covered the blade of the grass pheasant sword. The grass pheasant sword wrapped in thunder and lightning made a faint sound like the chirping of a bird. It's been a while since using this pheasant sword, but it's now fed by Sasuke's lightning-style chakra. A lightning rune has faintly appeared on the knife body, but this rune has just appeared, spreading from the position of the handle to the position of the knife. Now it is less than 10 centimeters long. But even so, it means that the grass pheasant sword has begun to advance in the direction of strengthening the lightning style attribute. Any lightning style used with the pheasant sword will be a little more powerful. Not to mention Chidori. Chidori blade. Strictly speaking, this is also a technique. It's just that this technique is just a change form of Chidori. It is just to gather the lightning that hit the palm of the hand onto the blade. Strictly speaking, it's Chidori. The difficulty is nothing more than gathering Chidori's lightning control on the blade. This kind of thing has no difficulty for Sasuke. In the original book, Sasuke just injects chakra of thunder attribute into grass pheasant sword. But today, Sasuke injects not only chakra of thunder attribute, but a Chidori in the true sense. There is still a difference between thunder attribute chakra and lightning style ninjutsu. It's like a bullet exploding directly and the power of shooting it out with a pistol. The two also rely on gunpowder to generate explosive power to kill the enemy, but the power is completely different. The current Sasuke's Chidori blade is even more amazing in power. Congratulations to host, self-innovated ninjutsu lightning-style thousand-bird blade beginner. Even the system has recognized his technique. Sasuke smiled. The next second, the ice crystal dragon rushed in front of Sasuke. At this moment, Gurren looked at the blade full of thunder in Sasuke's hand and listened to the chirping of the blade like the chirping of birds in his ears. I was extremely shocked. This is how terrible lightning style can make the blade make this sound. Son, a lightning flashed. When the light of thunder flashed past, lightning instantly penetrated the entire ice crystal dragon. The broken ice crystals directly turned into countless fragments in the air, and then the fragments directly turned into powder and disappeared without a trace. All that is left is the powerful thunder and lightning that burst out from the grass pheasant sword in Sasuke's hand. One strike. He broke his crystal-breaking dragon, subduing dragon. This guy's so strong. Sasuke, who was holding the Chidori blade, finally raised his left hand at this time. Watching the movement of Sasuke's hands, Red Lotus froze again. One-handed Madara? The same goes for the Ice Escape Ninja just now. And
no more novels? Take part in the voting. The most requested novels and those with the most likes will be chosen for publication on euroaudiobooks.com. There, I can upload as much as I want without the risk of receiving a strike. Our 18 novels and other content that exceed what is morally acceptable are only published on Patreon or the free novels page. Remember, the site is funded by donations on Ko-fi and Patreon memberships.